Yeah, Mr. Joof, we are live.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
You can take my thing off. Most likely today I am not going to appear on video just because I am. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, so my face is not important here, but my voice is. I hope everybody is doing fine.
Yes, we are okay.
Yes, so I just got off the phone with Ida and Garmi and Lamin Sise in Dakar, and I had to leave them to just come and be part of the meeting just because it is important. Uh, the struggle continues with the institution trying to rebrand and get a new face. Whatever we said the last time in the last few meetings still stands. We are going through a crossroad, and it's no strange thing, it's no GTTV, it's no exceptional or no exception to some of the challenges we are facing that a lot of um, places, institutions face. Transformation la, jar jar la, um, sirolem drome alon komba takilale. Su jaaree nag bem jeex ñu delluwaat back to the same page. The last couple of weeks, we addressed some of the ills that are happening in the institution. It's not a witch hunt. We are not in a campaign to get rid of anybody. We love all of you and everybody that is here and want everyone to continue to be part of the team. Li leen fi indi ñu accomplish ko. Whatever brought you guys here, we accomplish it and we move on to the next level. And that is what we want to continue to do. Cameraman, you are overexposed. Your images are overexposed now. They were okay, but you've adjusted it and it's overexposed. Whatever you did, yes, yes. Mhm.
So,
So it's not a witch hunt. I want that to be clear. Let nobody thinks that we are trying to get rid of people. We are trying to be hard on people or otherwise. This is a moment for us to fix our house together. It happens in our compounds, it happens in our homes, it happens at every sector of society, whether it's at personal level or at business level. Whatever is broken, once we fix it, we will be all fine. Just like I said to Ida Kebe and her team right now, I told them that I can have 99 problems. I don't want them to be one of those problems. I can have 99 problems, but I don't want them to be one of those problems. I want to make sure that we are all on the same page. And the only way out is to drive away redundancy, to drive away idleness, to drive away lackadaisical attitude with people. Ku nekk xam sa soxla ñu continuer def li ñoo def. I would not want to see people come here and sit down whole day and not do anything. Those of you that are journalists, we want you to be straight up and make sure that whatever you need to do, you do. You are learning, and what you are learning should be reflected in your work. On a daily basis, we need to see improvement. You cannot be at the same place and doing the same thing over and over and over again. I've been having personal conversations with some of you, and I see you there. Our Gise, I had a conversation with you. What did I tell you?
The mic.
You told me that I need to graduate from Vox Pop and start doing major programs.
Okay, what triggered that?
I'm not getting.
What triggered that? What triggered that?
what led to that conversation?
Um, Yesterday, I was sitting in the office doing nothing. Then you called and asked why I wasn't doing anything and why you were not seeing me in major programs. Why I don't usually participate on major programs, and I didn't have any good reason for that.
Yes, exactly. And I told you, if you are here for 6 months or more, which all of you here are, for the past few months, we haven't brought in a new batch. It's not that people are not interested, but because things are not going the way they should be with the internship, that's why we decide to put it on hold to actually fix our house. So, Chigatal, um, yenage newer people, other people who can benefit from it because of what is happening. Albedol Balikang opportunity la. And in every batch of interns, we have some people that would be focused and Hamsen Sohla and eventually get to be either employed by the institution or ñu jàng fi lu takku loo xam ne eventually they can go somewhere else. We are not scared of people leaving, as I always say. Every person or every institution that is developing should anticipate this. And it is okay for you guys to leave. Let me say it again. It's not a crime to leave. But what is wrong is when you leave and how you leave. It's not wrong for any of you to leave. I emphasize again. But what is not okay is the time you leave sometimes and how you leave. These are the things that could be wrong. So either our Gise or any of you that is here today, we want you to be serious. We want you to be dedicated. We want you to not just come here just to hang out. Magedem Gambian talents. You come and spend 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours doing nothing. So Avengon, how many days you come? 4 days in the week. We don't even have a vox pop every day. It's not supposed to be vox pop alone. I told you, Kufisa Pirintijel Dugala school, and you stay at primary one. Other people graduate to primary 2, 3, 4, 5. You're still at primary 1. Is that okay? Is that okay? This is a question for everybody. That's exactly what I asked our yesterday. I told her, you still seem to be at primary 1 then. Because so institution and since you came, all you've been doing is vox pop. You never go to any coverages. Why is that so? So I'm telling Fatu, Aisatu Jalo, and all of the managers there right now to be taking you guys and trying you for coverages. But then, as I said to our and some of the other people, is that what the managers say, some of you are barely ready for that. Because Sungen you 1, 2 hours to go get breakfast or whatever, the next minute, before you know what is happening, or suma watu bijatna. And at the end of the day, even if you are taken out, you cannot make much progress. Because balanja yubu out sax feka yow sa waxtu ñibi jotna. So ngeen bëggee di participate in projects, you need to be readily more available. You need to be ready to sacrifice. Ku yàgga si teen baak feka la fa. I would say that my conversation with you was great, even though I didn't watch the Beer Gambia show, but I saw you on there. And those are the type of things that we expect. No, no, rek ngay def be living. No, no, ngay def be am mokal wala sa loxo gëna set. It's not for you to just come here and sit down. And whether you are or anybody, as a journalist or videographer, I expect to see change in the institution and not people to just come and sit down and not do anything. I had a similar conversation with you, Kurubali and Alasan. What did we talk about?
Yeah, you asked about our project, whether we edited, and Alasana told you that like he edited and the other one is exporting. But you told us we have to do voiceover. We Alasan edited in nice way so that when we air it, it can attract people.
I just mentioned you guys' name to Ida and Garmi and Lamin Sise. And I did the same thing the other day before the Senegalese trip came, before they went to Senegal. I told them, I asked them a question. I said, what is a good reason to send you to Senegal? They said, yes, because we're going to do project A, B, and C. I said, that is not a good enough reason for me because oftentimes I have people that would initiate projects that would tell me we want to go to the provinces, we want to do project A, B, and C, and give me all the assurances. Either they go and not bring the projects as they state, or even if they bring the projects, it would not have ratings. And I told you guys, I'm not satisfied with what you guys went for. The only good thing about it is the fact that we have the people who benefited from it, which is the people of Jokadu. Some of them were able to have help from the projects being aired. People donated them money. But people didn't watch the videos you guys did. A lot of people didn't watch it. Why is that so? It's because of the presentation. Why is that so? It's because of the editing. Why is that so? It's because there is no narration. No story is told. I told you. What did I compare it with? It's like what? What was the example I gave you?
The example you give us is like uh
You buy vegetables without
yes, you cannot go to the market and you say you are coming to cook a super kanja, then you bring you bring everything and place it there, then you go. Will you think that people will eat it? You have to cook it. After cook it, then you put it inside the bowl, give it to people so that they can eat it. Is that the example you give us?
Yes. Like you go into the market to, you say you are going to cook super kanja. You go, you buy the kanja, you buy the kong, you buy the jumbo, you buy the dutir and all the ingredients that go in the super kanja, the crab and everything. You just come and give it to our soul. You think she's gonna eat the raw okra? Kula jox ñëw ne dafa dugg super kanja ñëw tegal la ko noonu. Di nga yey kanja kese bi noonu.
They.
Okay. Zainabu, will you eat the crab, the raw crab?
No.
Okay. Um, Naka, our cham, will you drink the palm oil like that?
No.
Exactly. So that's what they do. And that's what, in fact, most of you do. Not only them. Media work is not just to go get raw footage. Going out in the field is one thing, but you are just going to get footage. When you get that footage, you are supposed to bring it to the institution, to the studio, and you process it. How do you process it? Is by editing it nicely, by doing voiceovers, by cutting the relevant part of the footage and adding the jumbos, the horums, the canes, the netisus, and everything else that it comes with, and do a nice voiceover to narrate the story, to tell people what happened, and not necessarily just leaving it like that. You are supposed to be able to refine the project. You are supposed to cut it. You are supposed to tell the story. And I said what you guys went for could have even been a potential story that sooner or later or next year you could have entered in one of the categories for the GPU award, like the environment category, because
Yeah,
you
for
went and
sure.
you got a lot of things. But you just come and raw things. Ningen ko AIA, nobody was watching it, or very few people watch it. It's just like Nduga in Super Kanja and not cook it at all and just serving people that. And this is not specific to Kurubali and Alasan and them. They went, Nyom Sen Bopadi did a sacrifice. The week of July, it was tough. That's when a lot of you were not coming to the office. A lot of you. But they decide to come to the office. They decide to travel. In the rainy season, Samake Busaje taw bi di leen dóor ñu dem foofu noonu for several days. I will call them and ask ñu ngi lekka cere. They were eating cere most of the time. I asked them anamburu yeg, living yeg, sardine yeg. They didn't have access to a lot of food that they don't have access to in the combos. You manage doh funeka. They did a lot of sacrifice. So I don't expect you to do some sacrifices and come back and you don't process the projects right. Or Sungen co process tamit, it takes you forever. Or you barely edit them. So I take it as waste of time. And we don't have time to waste. So I want and I'm encouraging all of you to learn to do a lot more professional things, whether as journalists or videographers. I expect you to upgrade yourselves, not to be at the same level. Redundancy is over with at Gambian Talents. So to start with, I expect and hope that all of you have given your schedules to Fatu and Aisatu and them. If you haven't, please do. If you were not here at the meeting that we had 2 weeks ago, where I was very when I was filming, I expect you all to watch that video. If you were at the meeting, you know where I was. We don't have time for anything. If you are here and you think you're done, you know too much, or you've learned enough, good luck to you. You can go somewhere else if you think you cannot continue. But that idea of come today, not come tomorrow is not going to be encouraged or tolerated. And if any of you is to be taken off the schedule, that is you, and it's still binding on you. Your commitment that you've made from the get-go. We ask you, what is a good reason to bring you on board? Whether I was the one that interviewed you from the first 6 or 7 badges, or whether it was Aissatou Diallo and Babu Karandem who interviewed you, whether it was me or Fat Samba, or it was Aissatou Diallo or Babukar who interviewed you, the commitment, the language we spoke was the same. We all spoke the same language. We all asked you the same questions. We all required the same commitments. We all asked you for the same assurance, and all of you gave assurances. And I confirmed it on the day of your orientation. You all confirmed what Aissatou and Babu Karandem told you. You equally, we reinforce it with the contracts that you have signed. We don't expect any less. 3 months down the line, 6 months down the line, 9 months down the line. Yes, we have our shortcomings as an institution. There are certain things that we wanted to do that we cannot still do. And we are aware of that. And we are working on them on a regular basis. I take feedback seriously. I was just having a briefing with the team in Dakar. I was just having a briefing with them. And when I gave everybody the chance to speak, and I told all of them that I took all of their feedback seriously. So the feedback that you guys gave about suggestion box the last time, Fatu made the announcement. We have a suggestion box. Any of you who wants to say something that you don't want, write it and put it in the suggestion box. And management will be opening it as we have our meetings and reading it. And whatever concerns you have about anybody, write it. I will only encourage you to be civilized and write it in a professional way, and professional way in whatever word you can. Things like insulting and bullying and the like harassment is what I am not expecting, but you can express yourself and what you think about anybody, including myself. I have done open door policy. You all have my phone number. You can drop me a message. And if you want your name to be anonymous, we will leave your name to be anonymous. Anybody, I tell the managers, can see ñoom duñ seen doom fii. None of you are the children of any of the managers. So it's very important. So you gave a feedback that you want a suggestion box. Exactly, I'm looking at it. So yena ko laajte nak jox nañ leen ko. Make sure you utilize it. And any other suggestion and feedback you guys have, bring it on. I value you people. I want to make a difference in your lives. I've given an example of what happened with Samba Fall and I want all of you to have that similar thing. But sacrifice is what will take you far. We are growing as an institution. We may not have millions to give you. Let me say this to you. So if any halis mo fe take anybody at Gambian Talents, do fe am halis. Because the institution is not making money at this minute. We can pay people. We can compensate people. but it's based on what we have, our reality. Are there opportunities? Yes, a whole lot of opportunities. This is Lamin Cisse's first time to Dakar. Legi ni gaya ko to ñom ayda ne ma Lamin be surwa kangon nin kanne Lamin legi nim dega na olof su delu si wate fi be ma ko to ne ko Lamin de so da nga dem Senegal bi ko da nga don buga dem Italy mom tamit ñom Lamin den yobale sen baagi pour su ku kande xare geej gi gaay duga ci geej gi dem Italy. But that alone is an opportunity. That alone is a privilege. They are all learning. It's an experience for all of them. It's a step ahead. If we can send people to Dakar, there is no doubt that when we grow and we have opportunities to go to Italy, to go to Germany, to go to Europe, to come to America, we will send people here. We may not give them millions, but we facilitate opportunities, whether it's travel, whether it's training, internally or otherwise. I've told you folks like Ida Kebe, I pay online classes for them to be doing other stuff. Online classes, that's different from what she's learning here on a regular basis. When they went to Senegal, they went to DTV, which is called DTV. It's one of the powerful institutions. In fact, they were some of the institutions. The guy that interviewed Kukande, they interviewed him yesterday. If you are following the page, you will see it. DJ If, he interviewed Kukande and several other people. They went all the way to Kukande's house. At DTV, they learned quite a bit of things. All of them learned new skills there. Lamin and Ida, who are videographers. So we may not give you money. We may not give you a lot of money, but we have skills and opportunities. And as we continue to grow, that will continue to grow. Let's not see not to be patient. Falbal juso nyabulale alis sabari demanding, or you will choose to be in a hurry. It's all the same everywhere. It's all the same. If you think you will find honey and sugar somewhere, you wouldn't. I just picked up my colleague from the airport earlier, and we were talking about it. He went to one of the TV stations where he used to work, institutions where he used to work. Manama, all I find there is new faces, new people. And I told the boss that I'm surprised every time I go, I come here every few months or a year, I will see all new faces. And this time around, I only recognize one person at that institution. Why? Because a lot of young people are brought to these places and they are always in a hurry to leave. Yakamti, thinking you're going to make millions when you are doing $50 is worth of work. Surtout when you are learning. All of you, if you are fair to yourselves, you know that most of you have zero experience in these things. Last week when we had the meeting and we talked about it, some of you said it, you never touch a computer. So if you have the access to touch the computer here to the extent that you can learn to operate softwares on there like Adobe Premiere, where you can edit, even you can learn graphic design like Photoshop and other industry standard softwares that you can use to do, graphic design, journalism, web design, whatever it is that you're learning, cameras that you never heard of, to be able to stream any program or do anything from pre-production to production to post-production, to be involved in it. That is a big plus. That is a big plus. Not only that, but equally, there's potential for employment. So togenga takhirlo tuti, you can be employed. Just like I keep telling you, in the next couple of weeks, we may be having an opening, because indeed, one of the staff have turned in their resignation to us. If the person leaves, we will be replacing them. Who will be replace him or her with? One of you sitting right there. So chungen yakamte ngen them. Kusi them. You might have been the one who could have replaced that staff. Whether the staff is a videographer or whether the staff is a journalist or whatever role they are playing here. But why would we replace you with the staff? Because you will show that you are ready to take the position of the staff. How will you show you are ready? By bringing in different learning different skills by being able to do the same things that that staff was able to do. Mota sungen fineke, it's important akuma atale pralia karang and learn different skills. And it doesn't matter whether you've been here 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. It doesn't matter. What you do here is what will benefit you. Just like I told our guests, and if I you talk 24/7 and just sit here and not do anything, you might not as well come. And that's the same thing. You learn skills and different skills that would benefit you. So to each and every one of you, I want to encourage you to learn to operate the equipment if you are a videographer. Dangawara shop in the sense you will, with the permission and guidance of the management, you will be able to learn the different skills. TU Brain was here on Friday and he explained to most of you here who are the journalists. He told you the places he's been to. Ak Fimjar, ak nakala fa deme nim don tarbio am nakala to that is I forgot his the high tech bossam ki ko don train ben ko oye turam ne momla. So it's very important the himal ko ataya ak def yenen fi ken waxul len fi ngeen himal ko ataya. From the get go I set that up with my managers. It's not an obligation for any of you pour them General Fat Sambandewo, pour them General Aissatou Diallo Ebe, pour them General Aida Kebe Guron Soup. It's not an obligation. Lolu bokut ci liggéey bi. Ku leen ko wax su leen neexee dem su leen neexee ali bang bañ leen. Dem jëndali ko Ebe bokut ci liggéey bi de. I've said it to them from the get go. Ken du fi mbindani ken. You are here to learn. But out of courtesy, that's when you ne mun gena soy dem ñu yobante la mun nga dem. Yes. In fact, ñom tamit suñu dem mun nañ leena jëndalel. They can also buy for you sometimes. So it's important to know this and be on the same page. So I want to see seriousness. Any of you that have your programs, you want to still, I'm still reiterating, we want to see you continue those programs. There is improvement because some of you are consistent now with your programs. Some of you are consistent with the days that you are coming. Some of you are consistent with communication. So I want to recognize the effort you are making. But Bugumangian drop ko. I want to set the bar high. 4 days is what we expect people to be here. Minimum 5 hours days. And I expect people to learn new skills. I expect people to grow and graduate, not to remain at the same level or continue to be at the same place or do the same thing over and over and over. We expect each and every one of you to learn new skills. Suñ amé staff bu bay ñu am nga am skills ñu replace la ak staff bobu nonu. So they ben staff buywood. We are also growing as an institution. As we grow, we need more people to be occupying the positions and we can put you in those positions. But it cannot just happen because you are here. Mafi gena yaga, mafi jitu, ñeneen ñi di ñëw dinañ la raw yow nga tok fofu nonu su ko defé ngay mer, ngay ñeña, nga commencé di jaxasi nit ci institution bi, Gambian Talents nga xamné li Gambian Talents nga xamné lel te fekk you are the one who set the pace and didn't do it. You need to be able to do a good job in whatever you are doing. Just want to recognize the cameraman. I like that shot, how you frame the three of them three ladies. It's a very good shot. It's a very good shot. It's a very good shot. Those are the type of things that we expect. When you work, you are supposed to continue to learn, to grow, to improve. And the reason why in fact, let me have this as a quiz for 2 minutes as an icebreaker. Why do you think I say I like the shot for the videographers?
Even if you are a journalist and you can answer, you can answer.
Yes, who wants to say why do I say I like the shot? Don't move it. Don't move the camera. Just leave it right there.
$5 for you. No, I'm not going to talk. It's for you people to answer.
You want to answer? Including journalists.
It can be for anybody. You people, this is
Okay,
your
I
time.
want to
Look
try,
at
Mr.
the-
Joof.
Okay, go ahead.
And you say your name.
My name is Awachan because the image is clear and also she bring three people at the same time.
Okay, good try.
Mr. You've is me, Fatu Bikamal.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
unfortunately, Zainab is trying to take the boss, so she's now part of the shot. Show us Fatu Kamara. You can move the camera. Show us Fatu Kamara that's talking.
So you others will not know. Okay, go ahead. Show for
Okay, I think the image is clear, and also the three people that she shows, like among ke comme ça, like among kuntu do among kuntu abe fenketa la frame tala well ay iye
Go
be
ahead.
jele kabo ikungoto fo ay camera dan daminto do ibe blo man amanke comme ça, like do nyakilingo fintita do nyakilingo begi ibe kungo be fintire in appropriate manner, yeah.
And what type of shot is that?
Middle shot.
All right, thank you.
Well,
Other people try. She did not get it right. Can other people also try? Other people
actually,
can.
clap for her. Clap for her.
No,
She got it right, though.
allow me. I want to say something. How are you all? I think Mr. You say icebreaker. Do you know what's an icebreaker? Do you know? Who know? Mr. Joof, can you tell them? Then I can say what I want to say.
It's just a moment to ease up the meeting. It's very formal, and I was the one talking just to distract us because people can be bored, people can be tired, people can be sleepy. So it's a moment to distract people from whatever is going on for a second and to give you guys the opportunity to also um talk. But yes,
Yeah,
I
thank
don't
you.
even. Mhm.
All right. That is why some people will always say whenever you are in meeting, everybody stand. Everybody stand up. All right. Do do Okay, foot left, turn right. Just give a five to the next person standing next to you. Okay. Yeah. So that is something like that. That is what people normally do in meetings. Okay. In meetings, that's what people do. So I feel very bad because the two people that try, that is Awa and Fatmata, they are all journalists, not videographers. So videographers, it doesn't mean that you are a videographer, you're warlowa or you're what nekosa area or whatsoever. So please avoid that, okay? When you are part of us, you talk. If you are in our meetings, Sanyang speak, Lamin Sise speak, Musa speak. Sometimes he even chair the meeting. So you are videographer. This is when Mr. Juf will know your strength. I think he said few managers are about to leave. So if we are not also seeing that comportment in you, how will we know what you can do? So it's for you to show what you can. Go ahead, Mr. Juf. You want to say something?
So Fatu Kamara
Father Kamara want
gets
to say something.
she gets the answer. Okay.
He asked a question. He said, which type of shot is it? I want to try. So I don't know. I want to say it is medium close up. Yeah.
Yes, you got the answer right. The first answer you gave was right about the reason why I said it was a nice shot. Her framing was very good. It's called framing. She framed them well, not showing two of them, and one of them was cut halfway. And those are some of the things that we do. When you frame somebody, we should be able to see that person. Every shot tells a story. Either you show us the full person or you don't show us at all. So it's important that we know these technical things. And for each and every one of you, the more things you do, the more you learn, the more you get it. Whether it is the meeting in the office that you are shooting, whether it is the project outside that you are covering, whether it is an event or it's a coverage, whatever type it is, you just need to learn your skill and learn to do it well. No wonder her name is coming up. As a videographer or technical person, Tiju Brain told you guys the other day, their name never come up a lot. They don't. Or their faces are not seen. Sometimes you may see their names and stuff. So I have seen a few things and I ask, and the Fatu Sanyang lady, I don't know her. Buzuma Bogis, I cannot put a name to her face, but her name is popping up a lot. Her name is popping up a lot as through projects that I am seeing and asking who is doing them, and she's the one behind it. So you all need to do it. I will still use the Agumdo.
Mr. Duke, that's Father Sarah.
Keep up the good work. Okay? You are doing a wonderful job. Keep up the good work. Agumdo. I will use Agum. Do you know what that means? Huh?
Hold your mic and talk to him.
No.
Agum. Say, Nabu, what does Agum mean?
Follow. Follow.
You.
Agum. Follow.
Yes, as in Agum. So far, you are doing the right thing. And all of you there were here. Lenga Japon Bamel ni buko by Jignala. If you don't change, you have a potential in videography because you are doing a lot of sacrifices and going to a lot of places and you are trying to do the work the right way. And that is what you need to continue. So keep it up, right?
Thank you.
Yes. That's what it is. We have we have said quite a bit of things. In this world, whoever does the right thing gets recognized. I said it to you at the meeting. When Gina Bass and them returned, she was recognized more so than the others because indeed she performed better than the others. So the whole world can sit, the whole Gambians can sit and claim all we can. Why were the others not given what she was given? Because she performed better than the others. And that's what I believe in. Input determines output. It's a big slogan here at Gambian Talents. So if any of you wants to be recognized as a videographer, do what she does. You want to be recognized as a journalist, do what some of the other journalists are doing. That's what it is. For you to be given opportunities, you have to prove yourself and show yourself. That is how when this Dakar trip came, we chose Garni, Ida, and Lamin Caesar to do it. It was a debate we have as management to decide who and who are going to go. Some names came up, whether as managers, staff, or interns. And we will only take people that we think might be able to do the job, depending on their skills. Taking the three of them, Garmi can do the journalism, Lamin can do journalism, Ida can do journalism. It's only Garmi who doesn't do camera work. But both Lamin and Ida came in as journalists and they learned the other skills of videography. So Sunyanga Benyanga, each of them can take the mic and do the journalism. Lamin being unique, if they were to stumble on any Mandinka, Lamin will interview the person in Mandinka. And if you watch their interviews, you will see that sometimes Ida interviewed, sometimes Garmi interviewed. And Lamin is behind the camera most of the time, but alternating with Ida. So we need to learn more skills. Jëm leen a xam lu bari. Bu leen fi toog di idle rek. If any of you is here just being redundant, know that you are not doing yourself justice. And at the end of the day, you're a ñàkk rek. So it's not going to be a long haul meeting. I will allow Fatu and Aissatou Jallow to say some of the things that they are observing, and we will open the floor for corrections, comments, suggestions, and feedback. Now we are changing things. We are not going to be here for 2-3 hours meetings. We don't want to, except necessary. But then will we be adding value by bringing in people to train you folks? Yes. So if you missed the Friday class, go watch it, especially the part that was done by Tiju Brain. We have discussed quite a few interesting things that is going to add value. So what you are learning theoretically, we want to see you apply it practically here and at every level. When you go out in the field, we want to see it, and in the office as well. So those of you with shows, Please continue to stick to your timing. On a weekly basis, your shoes should come, unless you are sick, in which case you can inform the office and have them to do the right thing. So I want to encourage all of you. And one last thing I want to say again, if you are sick, 2 days, 1 day, 2 days is fine. 3 days is fine. After the third day, we would like to get a medical paper that shows that you were sick, because this is the conventional thing. This is the conventional way that it is done everywhere. That's industry standard. That's worldwide standard. After 3 days, we expect the sickness is getting chronic and the person involved needs to go to a doctor and get a medical diagnosis. And if you do that, it's going to help you. It's better than just staying home, be the hard you call la, or I was sick. Just last night, Fatu informed me of somebody who said they were sick and until they were admitted to the hospital. Until they were admitted to the hospital. If that is the case, it's important that we know. Because if you are going to a place like at Gambian Talents or anywhere else, and Genedanga Fever being admit la hospital, and at the end of the day, nobody knows, none of us come there, it would sound like we are a mean institution. We don't care about you, or we don't like you, or something. The fact that we are not aware, or we don't know the magnitude of it. So I would like to see improvement on some of these things that I've mentioned, but I'll open the floor to the managers first. Yesterday we couldn't have our meeting because we didn't have a quorum. Um, Ida and Lamin are in the provinces. Fatu and Musa and others had to go do some productions at KMC and stuff, but we hope to resume that next week. So Fatu and Ida, Aisatu, and the other managers, if there are any issues that you want to address, we can go ahead in the next 10 minutes, and then we will move on to questions and answers. 10-15 minutes. We move on to giving them the floor. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Joof. Good morning, everyone, once again. I don't have much to say. It's just to elaborate on few things that you have said. One of the observation I think during last week and this week is the issue of consistent source. People have not been consistent with their source recently. Right now, I think the only consistent source from interns or staff that is going on is the Bir Gambia so and as well as Stacy too. The rest, if they do it this week, you won't see in next 2-3 weeks, and which we believe that's not how TV stations operate. And another thing is the issue of people going out for coverage. The moment they reach to the office, they just put everything down, leave it like that. At the end of the day, you won't know whether it's edited, aired, or whether it need to be aired, or you won't even know the importance of it. Because I believe, let's say it's a press conference where every media is present, that program is so timely and it will stay still the next day. But you see that program aired the week later, and that is very discouraging. People believe in us, they have trust in us. That's why now every day we have received letters. Even yesterday when I was in here, somebody called me to receive a letter from somebody, and next minute, if they see we didn't give them the coverage that they need, they won't even waste their time and consider us. So I believe we all have a role to play. In as much as you are an intern or staff, you are not too small to make things happen. Let's say you go out for a program, when you come back your time is up, we understand, but it doesn't mean it's to you have to drop everything down without. Even this morning when Fat was about to have this program, to have this meeting, she need to call my attention because the memory card was full and the programs in there are not written in the book. You guys demanded for asked for a book and we supplied it. But then recently, if you don't have any string manager on board and they keep repeating, write your project, you won't write it down. The last time Sainabu went out with somebody, they did coverage. I'm up to date. We could not find the project. What is responsible? I don't know. They said they put it down. When we checked the book, they said it's in the black flash. We checked all the black flash drives. We couldn't find it. The factors responsible, I told them, is one, maybe they copy it twice in the memory card without confirming, then they format the memory card. Or two, they didn't put it in the right place, because if they did, we will definitely find the project. But then if you come in, you are in a haste to go back home, you won't do the right thing. And if you don't write the project, the next person on board won't know what to do. Sometimes you see people coming in the afternoon and without being productive, they won't initiate any project and they won't have any other project to do. Let's say you are a videographer or editor, you don't have any project to edit. It's not okay. And journalists, I believe you don't need to be forced every day. All of us have here almost now 1 6 month at least. You should be able to be innovative. Sometimes when you are in the car coming, you hear radio station programs, you see people discussing about certain issues. Why not, when you come to the office, you talk about that? But then you see journalists coming to work full 1 week. Most of us here, they won't achieve anything. You give them project, they are not ready to do it. When you give them question, they don't ask the right question that you give them. They decide to change, or they go out for vox pop 3 hours, 4 hours. They come back with 2 people, 3 people, and what they have to tell you later on is the project is this difficult. People don't want to participate. I tell you, it's not about the project. It's about you, the presenter, how you present your topic, and how willing you are to get what you need. As a journalist, sometime before you go to the field, you already decide the answer that you want to have based on the questions that you are asking people. But if you go there, sometime I will be up here watching people playing, just opening, you do it 30 minutes downstairs. How do you think people will take you serious? Others are passing by, they are watching you. If you approach them, do you think they will accept your interview? They will believe you are too small, and at the end of the day, you are just playing, and they don't have the time because you are not giving them anything. So, as a journalist, you are not too small to achieve any story. You are not too small to approach anybody big. Some of you, I see you when you start to arrange your guests. The people you mention, even they are neighbor, they don't know them. I'm not saying we should not give those people opportunity, but you are young. You also need to brand yourself. Look at the bigger picture. Look at the big people. Let's say you want to, you are doing an entertainment show right now. Esti, Jizu, those are household names in the Gambia. Try to approach those ones. Even if you don't have them, you can have the people next to them. But then you want to approach Hazali that is in his room trying to do a TikTok video. Not even TikTok, WhatsApp status. When people are no more interested in WhatsApp or Facebook. At least if you are doing TikTok, people will tend to know you more. So people need to be innovative, and you don't need to be forced every day. Some of you, the moment I reach in, you will be like, what is your project? What is your project? That is so annoying. I know sometimes you are having your conversation, but that is not your purpose here. You paid your transport. It's difficult to reach here. All of us, we know. Car is a problem. Money is problem. And you are here whole day without achieving anything. I don't think you are doing justice to yourself, right? You are not doing justice to yourself and to the institution as well. Like Mr. Jove said, we normally bring every 3 months, but we are yet to be there. When you cannot do anything on your own, if I don't create a program for you, you cannot think. You cannot think on your own. If I don't give you questions, you cannot think on your own. You cannot sit and see something and you feel, okay, I put it on managers or other staff or other people, senior interns, will be able to take it down. Somebody was called and the person later on was like, I felt I'm too. You have experience than you do. Tell them, if you believe, okay, let's easy to handle. You cannot handle Amadba. And you have access to Amadba. Fat Samba. Fat Samba can deal with Amadba. And at the end of the day, you still learn something from that. When Fatu is going, you can go. But then some of you, the issue of timing, you come at your convenience, and we have been emphasizing that. We even start to draw line, but most of you care less about it. And when you come, the funniest thing is you try to cheat time. Let's say I said to Jalo, I arrived 10:40. You arrive 41 hour or 2 hours after my arrival, and you want to put 9:35. How fair are you? The last time, if you check the book, you often come across that. And it does not make sense. Lulu daf they break trust sundigante. Because so wahesa, I will still say the last time I was here, ñëw naa ndeewoo naa julli naa check naa project they arrange interview binda, and you know when I'm having conversation with people it's always long. Somebody came like 2 hours later and the person put the time before my arrival. Does it make sense? When I check, it wasn't. I told her it not making sense. You are late. Tell us you are late and explain your reason for being late than trying to cheat. So I believe people have responsibility. All of us, we are not young. Like Mr. You've said, nobody is here to stay forever. But then try before you leave. Try to know something. Don't be here, do your internship 1 year. At the end of your 1 year, you still cannot do anything. The issue of suggesting things always, I believe here we have an open door policy. Every meeting, Mr. Joof, Party Samba, or any other person give you the opportunity to criticize online where everybody is watching you. You say all the things in the world, but at the end of the day, do you do it? Are you honest to yourself? The issue of this opinion or suggestion box or opinion box, when you mention it, we deem it necessary to do it the next day because some of you might want to see might see other things that are going on which you are not happy or which you think we can do it differently to achieve something. But if you said maybe you think if you mention my name, I will be angry or so. And you said we should give you, but then this box have been there. Fatu,
The
so them
microphone is
have been
down.
there
I
for the
cannot
past
hear
2 weeks.
Aisha anymore.
Oh, sorry. These books have been there for the past two weeks now, right? I
I
stand to
cannot
be
hear
corrected.
anymore, and that would go to the audience as well. We can't hear anything.
Hello. Yes. Like I said,
It's
Mr.
not
Jove, can you
coming.
hear me
The
now?
audio is not coming, Aisha.
Then I don't know. It. Hello, hello, hello.
Audio is not coming.
Okay, let's work on that. Sorry for that. Pardon?
Audio is not coming.
We are
Audio
working
is
on that.
not coming.
We are working on that, Mr. Jove. Sorry. We are working on the audio. Can you hear
Aisha.
me now? Yes, can you hear me
Anyway,
now?
let me exit and come back and see if it is.
Can you hear from the camera? Okay. Dave. Wow, and Kim on a from the camera. Hello?
Okay. Yes, go ahead.
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes. So I was talking about the issue of GTTV having an open door policy whereby you give everybody the opportunity to give their suggestion and critics and whatsoever. The last 2 weeks, I believe, during a meeting, online meeting where everybody was watching, they suggested that they need a suggestion box or opinion box, which was provided the next day. But up to date, nobody is able to put anything. And right now, if people are given the mic, they can say all the things in the world. And most of the time, these are things that you people do. We do, all of us. So the issue of people suggesting and at the end of the day, just saying things for the sake of saying, I think we need to graduate. People need to be more productive. People need to take up responsibilities and action. You all have here more than 6 months. You need to be innovative. In the morning, you come in, and the issue of we are Nyunsi Nawek. Let me say it. We are in the raining season right now. In the morning, people came in, cleaned the entire office. You just get up without even from pasadala is trying to make the effort. Punga wani. And so nyewe kula wa next minute. Balel. Ngane lolu indi ulafi ongara sakanambi. Are you fair? And we cannot live in a dirty environment. It need to be clean.
Aisha, I even took picture of the studio right now. Studio be living before neka. Buwe la. Here you are seeing it. Demlen, all of you go ahead and you look at it. Dafa tilim be buga de ku fa duga dafa jël tankam ak poto poto mu duga fa mu fompo ko fa si kapet bi, and you will never know kan mo def lool, which is very bad.
si yooyu yëpp ñu ngi empty, and wanag bi maa ngi duga mu ngi so messy, and in the morning others have made the effort ñëw neen ali clean nem bemba nga ñëw fekka pompe mu ngi am. Why not nga use pompe bi right now mu ngi am ndox boobu ñu bàyyi ko for emergency. So I believe ne we all need to grow. Wax neexut wax yombut kenn bugut fi wax. Sometimes people be like Fatou Samba ak Aïssatou Diallo dem bari wax. Nekul lu ñu gënal, and it's not even easy. The time you spend talking about do this, do that, you can spend it to achieve something or to research, learn something or know something. Recently, the last thing I will say is the issue of the Beer Gambia, so which is an internal project. And like Mr. Juk said, it need to be consistent, not only Beer Gambia, so or your source, but then people need to graduate from Vox Pop, Vox Pop. We see other TV station doing Vox Pop 5 minutes, but it's really educative. You have 1 hour, no sense. You have just less than 100 views. It's based on your program, like Mr. Joof said. You cannot provide raw material and you tell people to eat that. You need to brand yourself. You brand your project. The Bill Gambia, so some of you, we just want to give you the opportunity. For how long have I not been on camera, I think? I have been on this management for the past months. But then sometimes you need to take up responsibility. If Zainabu is not around or Fatu Samba, it doesn't mean the institution have to be down or nothing will go on. Fatu Samba more de Bir Gambia, so Fatu Samba Nekofi, I to call pick it up. Those people do it better than Fatu Samba. Aisha Tukoli wasn't around for the past 2 weeks. Maimuna did it better. Maimuna was not around. I step in. I'm not around. Others should be able to do it. Not because ki diw nekut fi lolu li institution la. One person waruta determine the operation of the institution. And we all have the role to play. Not because you're intern ga or your staff ga or your manager ga. Ñun ñu nekk staff yep, that's how we become staffs. That's how we become managers. It's based on taking up responsibility. And Bunko don said defuñ ko pour diw gis ñu or do you feel impressed about us, but then we believe ne it's the right thing to do. So nekkee si kër bi set ku ñëw këri diw set na waaye soo nekkee kër nga bale sa bunti néeg rek sa kër yëpp ay weñ ay mango ay lifin su ngeen ne dañu wax kër ñi ñoo tilim du wax diw moo tili diw kese moo tilim de koo buga tennis de yéen yëpp seen tur du génna. So learn to take up responsibilities, learn to be productive, learn to be innovative. Ngay ñëw suba nga dégga story try so ñëwee put it on board. Sometime we are not like magic to know all the programs that are going on in the country. Sometimes maybe you have come across it in a WhatsApp platform or being a don dega nga I think there was a day UDP ñun dong am program fekkat it's a late announcement man si moto bi laa ko déggee dama ñëw fii less than 30 minutes ñu dem and it was going on and we are able to be part of the program. Do you understand? So nekkee si moto déglul nga nekk di dégga ñi déglul lu ñoo wax su dee make na sense come and work on that. Nga gis marché bi sa environment everyday journalist you have a story. It's not right nga ñëw here full day 2 days 3 days without achieving any story full la gis yaa ngi am excuse comme Aïssatou Diallo. At the end of the day it won't affect the institution much like num la affected because nga def ko defuloo ko the institution is still going, things are still happening. So at the end of the day yow mi brand sa boppas through that la other platform de gisee nga toog ñu ne la yaa fi toj ñu jël la few months ñu laalifin and stop. So try to brand yourself. It's not about the institution, it's about you. So I think those are the things that I have. Thank you very much, Fat.
Yeah, Mr.
What
Joof,
was
you
the
might,
first
Mr.
point you
Joof,
said? I said, oh, I wanted to. There was something you said, but it escaped. What was the first point? Just
Mr.
remind me.
Joof, how about you just address mine and Aissatou together so that we would just have one straight meeting and then we move on.
I am sleepy and I even forgot because I said to spoke for a while. I forgot the first point that she raised, but I wanted to say something about it. Can you just say the first point you raised, Aissatou? You remember?
Yes, Bintu is taking the meeting minutes though, but I believe the first thing I said was the pardon? Yes, the project, the people, the issue of people not writing projects down, the issue
Yes, yes,
people
yes.
coming
Now I
straight and
remember.
going back. Yes.
Yes, now I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Just yesterday, I wrote. I told Sanyang. Actually, I didn't even write it. I told Sanyang to leave that message for the managers, and I wrote in the management group to tell you guys that the message is from me, and it exactly has to do with that. There's a project that I have that is very important, and it's still exporting. I thought it was in one of the slower computers, and Sanyang told me it's on the Mac computer, which is supposed to be the fastest computer there. And unfortunately, it is super slow. Why? Because the computer is almost full, the computer hard drive. So I want to emphasize that people should take the responsibility, as Isatu said, and be putting things the way they should be. When you are finished with a project, and it's confirmed that the project is aired, it needs to be deleted. So I've told Sanyang to start deleting some stuff from there. And that is why some content will be lost in the process because I mean important projects that need to be aired and or exported, export be banyaje because the computer is almost full, we'll definitely delete some content and that's how we lose stuff. Ngeen génna ñu jox leen pass ngeen dem spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours to produce something or even travel to the provinces produce something, then ngeen ñëw and you just have to lose that project. So that was very important and I want to make sure that you all know it's not okay to be filling up the um computers with stuff. Better duñ mëna def liggéey bi. Thank you.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Mr. Juve, I have a concern that somebody, and that's Kadi Ture just brought that to my attention when I was coming, and I want you to address it and you address it to everybody. Let people know that this institution is not Fatu Sama's institution. This institution is not Mr. Juve institution, but it's for every one of us. And I want everybody, Kadi and so muni nyo closer, kunga dega limawa. I think I will be very happy because it changed all my mood. Right now I am not happy because there are people that are in this office and what they normally do is not fair at all. I want all of us to know that there are programs based on importance, and every program that we tell you should not go, it's not because we don't want you to go to that program or you start competing yourself with other people. Just like anybody in this office that is doing that, I sit every day, I hear Mr. Youth tell me Ida Kebe and Musa, I don't compare them with nobody. The last week here in our meeting, we had that. And the amount of work that I do, I'm not going to say Musa don't do that or Ida don't do that. But at the end of the day, if Mr. Juf is satisfied with Ida's work and Musa's work, I have to work hard just to be like Musa and Ida. Or maybe I am higher than those people, so he will not compete me with those people. And it's not even competition. This meeting, Wednesday meeting, is very important for everybody to attend. And we are not going to give any face to it. Just like our own meeting, Tuesday meeting, nobody, no manager go and invite, what is it called? Them mu wax ne ne dama dem interview like man ma bëgg interview lawyer Dabo. In as much as it's lawyer Dabo or President Adama Barrow, I should make sure mu nekk time boo xam ne du coincide ak ñun sun meeting bi. Mr. Diouf loolu am na nda amut.
Yes, we should be able to
Yesterday, I
accommodate
should
the
have a
meeting.
meeting with somebody very important. I have to cancel that meeting in the morning. I was supposed to go somewhere, and Kadi mung si bir moto bi mom si bopam. Mom ak Aissatou Touré. I have to drive back and come back to the office because Mr. Juf mine ma send koku message kuma wako ne meeting bi den ko cancel because there is something more important. So I want people to know that man, I'm not hypocrite. I'm not satanic. I don't love anybody in this office like I do to the other person. Ku nekk ling ma wana loolu laa la joxaat back because Mr. Diouf mu ngi ko indi all the time to my notice and say Fatou bul di kill people's idea or bul di kill people ñu ñëw ñu indi la ideas also ne demal dañ bëgg a def li nga ne leen déedéet. Sometimes I do that because I don't see any sense, just like I say it. In most cases people go out and do programs suñ ko indi yow sa boppam mu ko edit doo feel ne loolu dafa am njëriñ. Last week I don't know, one of you guys was editing Senabu ak Mariama sen project bu gaay dem def semester avec gaay di togn di nekk di ree and lo ku doon interview ku doon edit video bi maa ngi gis kooku mu ngi ree Rebe hata mane loy re mene ñaari dañ yabata xola gaay ñu ñoo interviewé mane len ne this is the fun part of the interview, but some of us we do project, the people that are even editing it do they gis project bi ci sen bopa do def project ba nit mu feel. Any of you that have your own shows, I am begging and I am saying this is from management. Ne time meeting is time meeting. If you cannot attend today's meeting, nga ne dama am interview bu ma arrange ak anybody, please I beg you, let it not be in the morning. Especially Wednesday. If you're gonna do it Tuesday, Monday, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, please don't do it in our time that we should have meeting. Because kadi mo warona dem meet show aki Fatu Camara around because Fatu Camara mu ngi dëkk si boori Costa Road bi. So she text me yesterday night and say call naka send me voice and say then buga dem defi ji this program, what do you think? Ma ne ko ne you can do it in the afternoon mooy after soon meeting bi. And today when I was coming in the morning I even told Mr. Ju nen make sure meeting bi ñu def ko early so that people ñu génn ñu dem def seen project. I have no reason ku ñit man I don't own Gambian Talent, I don't own pass, I don't own anything, but you just come to me and say ñun mënuñ ta def suñ project waaye ñeneen ñu ngi génn a def seen project. Don't compare yourself with anybody in this office. If you do that you will end up being failure. And ñun as managers every day we talk and some of us your names always come to our managers. Some of you think ne Fatou mooy waxkat bi, Fatou moo bari wax, Fatou moo def li, Fatou moo def li. Some of the comments that I came and I give you, it's not necessarily Fatou la jóge. Sometimes I'm not even here when some of you do mistake. Why manager yi nga xam ne ñoom ñoo toog ñu leen a seetaan, they are seeing your faults, they are seeing your butts and they will bring it to me for me to address. I say this all the time. Koñ bu ma dëkka kenn xamut ma fa. Nobody duñ ma dee even gis. Du ma dee génna. Suma raka su neexoon léegi nii mu toog mu taj àdduna bi yëpp. I don't mind. Nekku suma business, nekku suma soxla. I come to this office to do certain things because it's suma liggéey la. Suma waxee nit mu bàyyi bu mu dem def show yam. After meeting bi nga def ko, it's almost 12. Mooy ñëw jot si nga dem nga def sa programme. Loolu dara ay na si. 1 2 nga ñëw. So yon bi di block or whatsoever. Some of you ngi am concern yon bi mu ngi block. Do you know last week on Seynabou waruloo ñibi ba Burfoot ma ne la bul ñibi da nga ñit ko fanaan si parce que Gina Bass mu ngi ñëw kañ leen dem si airport bi 6 o'clock laa génn suma kër by 7 ñu ngi si yooni airport bi dem coverlu ma jóge waat fi ñëw fi man ak Moussa ñu demaati ba si Tra Burfoot tey maa ngi text Mr. Ju ma ne ko suma gannaaw mu ngi meeti suma segee sax suma yaram bi yëpp mu ngi because of what drive long distance. Some of you don't want to sacrifice nga ne traffic bi daf dee block tay bi nga xam ne amul moto Mariama Fati is here Seynabou is here lan leen di awee yooni gannaaw na dundee awee yooni gannaaw ñaata yoon ñu ngi awee yooni gannaaw suma moto mu ngi see am problème because of yoon bi daf dee amee hills. So please if we say meeting it's meeting. So I mean sure with anybody make sure time yaa ko dee fix ak nit ida kooku mi ne la tey meeting bi du mun a possible Wednesday nga ne ko Thursday nañ ko def nañ ko def or tey Wednesday bi su possibilité si afternoon bi 1 o'clock we would understand. Soo gisee tey ministre bi dina am meeting ñu bàyyi Aïssatou Koli mu toog fii soo gisee Aïssatou Koli si boppam moo ma send message as early in the morning mu text ma ne send na ma message WhatsApp ma call ko di Aïssatou Touré ma ne la ñu dem ñu cover loolu live. I said it te Mr. Joof mu ngi send message bu si groupe bi su ma waxoon ñooñu buñ dem ñu ñëw toog si meeting bi nii buñ ko mun a def moo tax meeting bi ñu ko def live ministre bi boobu daf ñoo passé but your personal show do you think man awma personal show am I able to do my shows Semester Avenue when last laa fa géej because there are other things that I am doing. I want people to be fair in this office ñun ñëpp suñ buggee dem as an institution na ku nekk mu am xol bu rafet suñ fi toogee nag nekk di xool diw am na lii diw am na lele diw am na lele doo dem sa morom du dem te xaw ma keneen moo du dem de waaye man I would move because man lu ma war a def du ma dee seet kenn ku see def bu eboo 38 media house mu nekk available man lu ma war a def dama koo def. And I make sure I communicate direct to Mr. Joof ABC démba fi lañ doon dem programme man ak Moussa Mr. Joof ben ega biir KMC mu ngi ñoo call yow demuloo after nga dem KMC nga jekkali programme bi on my behalf did they pay me why because I am not there dama mer si xaalis boobu dama am time ku mer si xaalis boobu or because fay neen yeneen media house nekku noonu la dee demee. So meeting Wednesday is meeting Wednesday and I want everybody ku ñu attend ko waaye ñëw nga ne ma ñële ñi lu tax nga bàyyi ñële ñu dem man dew ma yow sa project ma wala loolu depuis démba and you agree su nekkee da nga fiiloon ne am nga anything loo say suggest or whatsoever nga send ma loolu si voice Fatou waaye foog naa ne ñun ñu demoon de dina baax ABOC but I tell you that nga ne ma okay and the next minute I just come nga ne ma waa lii ak lii every day Mr. Joof mu maa indi loolu every day mu maa wax bàyyi xale yi ñu def seen idea bàyyi xale yi ñu def lii some of yéen soo leen dee dem sax da ngeen dee nëbbu Fatou te man wax naa ko mun naa ko ku ma si ñëw mu fekka si ma ku ma si ñëwul ku fekka si I leave you, you go. I see other people ñu génn a Gambian Talents ñu dem yeneen place, I see them with 2 views, and we are in our meeting, myself, Aida Kebe and Aida Jallo, we are laughing. So leen fogee ne xam ngeen Gambian Talents ubbil na leen bunta yu bari. So leen toogee some of you da ngeen dee toog ngeen nekk ak seen boss yi ngeen a kiki reetaan waxtaan and all that. Yeneen offices you dare not see that. I went to a particular press conference. The press conference bi si May Fatira Kiram, a particular media house, because all media executive leen wax. I am the only person that went there with my camera team and also my journalist man ak Aïssatou Touré ñoo ànda. Yeneen media house seen staff bi dañ doon dox di ñëw maa leen am ku may leen liif. Ana ñi nga xam ne ñoom la ñoo liggéeyal gars yi seen boss ñu ngi ñëw ak 4 wheel. I don't have a 4 wheel, I don't have a car bu correct, but I thank God. So dama bëgg yéen ñëpp ngeen ubbi seen xol yi ñu liggéey, and su ñoo liggéey nen bàyyi competition bi, nen bàyyi defal nga diw lii defal nga diw lele. Mr. Joof wax na ko, some of yéen you don't know how other people sacrifice in this office. Some of yéen 3 o'clock pam I am gone. Last week seena bu fanaan na fi dafa waroon na ñibbi yére bu mu sol sax amut ko. We have to establish man ak moom ma dugga si store bi fii ma génne ay bagages solal lii lu ma ko jox mu sol emut ko. Ok maa ngi dem kër su ma ñëw man ak seena bu den xaaja em yére. So some of you don't know sacrifice. So you toge mu promote A or mu jox nit project A or mu jox nit project B nga ne waaw naka la kurbali la ko jox o kadi la ko jox o diw sa nga la ko jox man joxut ma ko. Ku nekk am na strength am. So gisee Aïssatou Colley ñu jox ko programme Ministry of Health because minister bi sa daf ko recognize. Dafa bañ bene moom mooy jabaram moom ak Aïssatou Diallo la minister bi recognize. It is of recent la ma minister bi xam bu ma ko koolee di ko jox complain. So tey su ma ñëwoon ma toog ma ne Mariama bii Fati demal health lan la fa Mariama bii Fati di fa mun a def. Aïssatou Colley bu mu leetee ñëwul ay tuul Aïssatou Touré demal buñ xaar Aïssatou Colley mu ne ma fan la health nekka masta di ko am ko explainal xamul sax fan la health nekka. So some of yéen su leen joxee programme ngeen dem certain places it's just waste of time. Di nga dem foofu whole day doo laajte question di nga dem foofu whole day suñ mic bi mu am issue or mu am problème sax doo xam nu ko fixé. Why should we take you there? So complaints you need to jox Mr. Joof dafa bari torop te man dama soona si complain yooyu and I'm saying this and I'm repeating it. If you don't want anybody ku mu jox la I can just sit ma nekk like anybody nga ne da nga dem programme ma ne la demal. Some of you Mr. Joof video bu mu def live video mu ne ñiti ne dem leen ngeen seetaan ko. How many of us ñooy dem ñu seetaan 2 hours meeting? Some of us duñ ko dee mun a def. So meeting bi suñu waxee ñëpp ñu attend that is good ku ñun ñëpp ñu attend ñun ñëpp ñu nekk on the same page. Tey Fatmata mii moo waroon a dem ak kadi si programme bu kadi wa Fatmata su demoon question boobu dina ko answer yëfi caméra bi du moom moo ko answer video woman ni nekkul fi video man ni nekkul fi du moom moo ko answer tey su génnoon mu roofu mu dem ndax dina atteindre loolu du ko xam. So let us sacrifice bàyyi leen di xool diw am na lii diw def na lii some of us sax bañ leen di ko def sax ba def ko passional like somebody am xew Fatou Sama mu dem si xewi kooku demu si xewi ki nga ne Fatou anti Fatou ñëw na si bii demu si bii o Gambian Talents lii leen defal kii defalul lii kële. You are wasting your time. Everybody is not equal. Man dama dee am xew suma kër ma yëgal ko Aida ku mu ñëw mu ne ma du ma mun a ñëw because office bi dafa busy te duma ko wax Aida duma ko wax Aïssa naka Moussa. It's not ne bugguma leen ko wax because ñoom ñëpp suñu waree ñëw suma xew kan mooy nekk si office bi. You think man duma dee am xew or duma dee am certain things. So please let us look at our attitude. Especially ñun jigéen ñi ñu ngi bëgg a tas Gambian Talents because wax yu bari daf dee ñëw mu toog si suñu noppay te man I say anything lu ñëw dama ko dee dem ma wax ko Mr. Joof because duma dee bëgg a kii moo ko waxoon o kañ la ko wax o fan la ko waxee. Don't do that. Have a positive energy. Man su ma waree dem programme I fully remember sometimes ñu war a dem coverage man ma ñëw ma sol yére bi koregut te Aida moo gën a sol yére bu baax. I don't look at that. Man suma kër moo gën a jegeñ mun naa dem quickly ma dem suma kër ma dem ma solu duma ko dee tal. I am not in any competition with anybody. Every day ñun ñu ngi nekk fi fana throughout si meeting bi Mr. Joof mu ngi promote Aida mu ngi wax Moussa. Should I feel bad? Some of those people guys lu Mr. Joof di leen promote sa man maa ko dee wax Mr. Joof. Mr. Joof nekkut Gambia suñ waree dem meeting ñun ñëpp ñu war a dem meeting ma ne Mr. Joof bul yóbbu yóbbul Aïssatou Diallo because Aïssatou Diallo moo gën a mun a wax Aida dafa war a mer si loolu su meree moom mooy dee na mel ne Aïssatou Diallo ñun ñëpp dañ dee jël feedback déema lan laa la wax Aïssatou Diallo ku yëfi meeting bi tey
ne man maa ko war a chair.
Baboucarr you should come early. I even told that kii mu ngi fi kurbali mu ngi fi ma ne Babou Kane meeting yi ëllëg soo leen paree ngeen ñëw ci yaako because man awma time boobu noonu dama am beneen appointment suma appointment bi is cancel léegi maa ngi wax kurbali yëfi Gina Bass bi ëllëg any programme bu am te bu Gina Bass bi am na dañoo cancel programme just ku dem ak programme yi Gina Bass so people in this office démba lan laa la wax si yëfi meeting bi lan laa la wax ne yow da nga war a ñëw fu nga ci yaa meeting lan laa la wax ne ban time nga war a ñëw
ma ñëw before 9.
so we communicate all the time many times Mr. Ju duma dee jox coverage ma ne dañ ko dama ko cancel o bu kii dem like démba programme yi KMC bi inteenu ma woon ku dem fa I had a meeting boo xam ne it's business maa ngi dem ba foofu Mr. Ju ne ñu cancel loolu I have to send kooku voice message and say baala ñu ngi cancel meeting because then I'm this emergency so please I am begging meeting time is meeting time and then am loolu in our mind after meeting 1 o'clock nga imagine yéen some of yéen a ngi wane fu ma dëkk dafa story xanaa ñun amun family or amun friends or amun ay doom amun jëkkër it's not fair Youssou Ndour mu ngi jógee ba naka la foofu tudda esew mu ngi ñëw liggéey si te féeri bi ñoom ay da fii la fi gaay génn 5 o'clock balaa ñuy egga baara it's almost 7 8 o'clock féeri bi ñëwut people are sacrificing man dama dee pare ku ma jóg sax duma ko mun su ma jóg nga dégg maa yuuxu because suma gannaaw bi mu ngi métti because of lan liggéey bi so let's stop comparing so buggee def dara dama bëgg a dem ëllëg interview Adama Barrow waaye dama bëgg a interview Adama Barrow because Fatou Network interview neen Adama Barrow or because Kër Fatou interview neen why should you do that ñooñu suñ ko defutoon yow doo ko def stop that even at your personal level at Gambian Talents nekkul di jàngal nit yi only journalism and lii de gis nga ethics dafa baax si nit soo ko defee rek nga am lu baax soo ko defee rek nga am lu baax soo ko defutee nag doo am dara lu baax te yéena yi soo starté di ko def sa manager si sa boss yi dañoo start di sippi seen buti di la xool and Mr. Diouf every day daf ñu ko dee wax sometimes man dama dee mere certain people ma ne Mr. Diouf kii du ma defatee moom su ñëwee dama koo bàyyi mi ne loolu indi wula si office bi soo mënutee defa everybody resignal and that's what he tell me every day you think man du ma dee mën a defante certain people yu ma dee gis ñuy def so I am appealing stop leen di wax diwu dem na Adama Barrow léegi su oote woon press conference ministre bi press conference am ñoom Aïssatou Colley duñ fa dem si Adama Barrow la ñoo dem because moo gën a important meeting Wednesday is meeting Wednesday and it's 9 naka 10 o'clock is 10 our own meeting dañ ko dee def 9 o'clock Adama Sow mi nga xam ne du dee fanaan fii daf dee nekk këram mu attend meeting bi Aïssatou Diallo is here and Mr. Joof is on the line so lu tax meeting bi ku nekk yow soo waxee da nga am programme Mariama war dafa am programme keneen war dafa am programme kon kan mooy attend meeting bi kan ngeen a make progress so sometimes yéen daf ma dee saat moo tax every day I tell Mr. Joof ngir yàlla yonente bi anybody in the office that is telling you ay Fatou Sama dafa kill suma dream or naka Aïssatou Diallo dafa kill suma dream it's not true kañ nga arrange loolu project bi nga dem defi ji some of you dama dee toog fii ñenaa daw di ma nubatu awa sow mu ngi nii toog du ma bàyyi ma fen last week man maa toog maa leen engage ma defala leen programme moom ak Seeku ma ne leen ma bëgg ngeen a appear on camera and seen programme bi amut tour amut anything but ngeen amut di any topics ñu dem Lamin Cissé moo bi na caption bi headline bi ne people that are mad been pregnated on the way few people ñu jël loolu on social media ñu screenshot ko di ñu si xas xanaa yéen amu leen editors lu tax ngeen a wax mad people you know normally you don't say mad people you say mentally imbalance but how many of us know that ki bina loolu noonu educate nañu man nekkuma fi woon bu gaay di bina caption because that day I remember fully I was very busy Musa nekk fi woon besoo leen dem si ñoom tara Aida moo fi nekk Aida mu ngi jógee si naka la Gina Bass mu ngi soona mu ngi tëdda di nelaw but tey mistake boobu su gaay demutoon ñu dem def live video will they ever know that te seen video bi am na 400 something views on YouTube how many of us ñu ngi dem di def vox pop every day loolu sax duñ ko dee am su gaay consistent seen show bi moom ak xale bu góor bi Sheriff they would do very good right now some of you are here Sheriff mu ngi nekk one of the best people in the office te some of you doo leen even gis Sheriff si office bi benn bés Mr. Joof su toogee ne Sheriff dafa nekk def nañ ko staff o def nañ ko lii o def nañ ko lii nga ne man maa dee gën a ñëw Sheriff sa kenn di ko dee gis fekk yow sa bos nga xam kooku mu ngi ñëw Sunday whole night mu ngi fee nekk yeneen bés yëpp mu ngi fee nekk stop comparing yourself with other people soo ko defee rek nga am jaama. Aïssatou Diallo léegi kan moo ko gis mu dem benn coverage demut ko. Why? I don't know. Salary am dara du si wàññeeku dara du si yokku, but office bi yëpp moo ko dee coordinate biir Gambia. When last did you see me in biir Gambia? déema neexal na ma ba soona ma ne ko nekk ma di ñëw ma eewu suba ma gis 1.3K ma ree ma ñëw rek nga dégg mi ne ma soo atee noon biir Gambia da nga ne ñun yow yaa tax ñun ñu am boos te fekk nekkul loolu. And it's true. Institution bu mel ni Gambian Talents, I'm saying this to every one of yéen seen yeneen colleagues génn neen suñ leen waxee dara dëgga wax nañ leen dëgga suñ leen waxee fen wax nañ leen fen. Most of them are in other places, they are not happy because fii loo leen am. Man liggéey naa many media house, almost 8 different media house. Suma boss yi duma leen daan gis duma leen daan gis. I work in a particular media house that is Today TV 3 years. Boss bi first day bu ma employé ak bés bu mu feel ne I am very good dafa bëgg maa jox beneen show, bés boobu laa ko gis ak bés bu ma bàyyi si laa ko gis. Some of yéen a ngi fii Fatou Samba taabulam si perong ba la nekk si biti, and then office mu ngi si biir. Aida Kebe moo nekk si office ba. Am I in competition? Taluma ko. Maa ngi amee néeg maa ngi amee kër. So some of you yéen a fi nekk naka la diw Youssoufa Ndour man maa ko jiitu si office waaye Youssoufa Ndour moom ngeen dee gën a lii or diw maa ko yaaga fii. It's not about maa ko yaaga or maa ko mujjee or whatsoever. It's not about that. Aïssatou Diallo Aida Kebe moo ko fi jiitu, Musa moo ko fi jiitu. Mr. Joof every day mu promote Musa ñun ñëpp suñ kanam mi ne Aida ne Musa shot sam moo dee gën a clear Aida shot sam te Aida foog na ne Aida foog na ne moom moo nekk di toj Lamiso. So let us stop that. So buggee def anything bul wane Dahaba jox nañ ko lii man Dahaba mu ngi def news man dama war a def news or yéen a ngi jox Dahaba news lu tax ngeen bañ man ma def news. Have you ever been here ngeen gis ma man ma def news? Have you ever seen me def news? I have never done news. And man dama daan def news GRTS Children Day of Broadcasting, but dama faraw news doo ko def ba pare nga wax news bi ba si kanam sax nga smile def nii o nga sol mees ba pare nga def nii mees bi because man dama bëgg a yooyu. I cannot do it. Dama xam suma strength. Dem naa ma interview ma wax Halifa Sallah ma laaka olof naga ma laaka English. Mr. Joof mu ne ma never laaka olof naga never laaka English laaka olof. But some of yéen soo leen tooga nga bëgg a commentary sax nga def ko si mandinka ma ne la bu laaka mandinka because sa mandinka bi baaxul nga ne daf ma bañ daf ma lii daf ma lele. No. So gisee suñ meeting bi ñu ko def live is because we know ne den am suñ strength den am suñ faults as well su ko defee ñu mën a adjust si suñ boppa. So let us stop that. Meeting bi nag I am saying it and Mr. Joof is on the line. Nobody arrange any show from 10 o'clock ba 1 o'clock. So ko buggee mun nga ko def from 1 o'clock them down. If you feel ne traffic bi daf dee busy or traffic bi daf dee high or whatsoever, do it another day. That's what I want to say. But meeting si suñ ko tegee fii people don't watch it. Mr. Joof video bu mu def démba Dahaba, didn't I ask you whether you watch Mr. Joof video? And you said you came here on Saturday. On Saturday, you are not supposed to come to the office. But you came purposely to do that. How many of us do that? Aida yow bés boobu laajte wu ma la ndax jeexal nga video bi lan nga wax nga ne jeexal na ko. Many people I ask them, I forget who is the person. Kooku mi ne ma ne jeexal yow tamit I ask you bés bi nga ko doon seetaan nanga ko mënoon a jeexal lu tax jeexal loo ko because da nga génna. So but suñ defee meeting bi ñun ñëpp ñu nekk si the same place. Aïssatou kii Seena bu mu ne man laay guma Aïssatou Diallo nu moo waxee kii mi ne laay guma lii ñun ñëpp ñu nekk on the same page. Ñun suñ meeting bi kenn du dee dem ñun suñ meeting bi du dee nekk live. Suñ meeting bi kenn du dee dem toogaat seetaanaat ko. Sanyang daf dee war a ñëw si guddi bi waaye danga dee gis mu ñëw Tuesday mu ñëwaat from kiram mu ñëwaat ba si office bi just to attend meeting bi. Sometimes du mun a attend meeting bi mu text ma personally and I can show you text mu ne ma can you please do me favor meeting bi ngeen call ma attend meeting bi. So I am appealing nen bàyyi wax bu sew as an institution suñ buggee dem wax bu sew nañ ko stop te loolu jigéen ñi nag ñoo si bari. Man anytime Aida mu def ma anything loo xam ne laay guma ko dama dee dem straight ma ne ko Aida gis nga lii bu ko def sometimes ma dem ma fekk office am bi mu ngi ko jaxase mu def fa whatsoever ma dem ba si moom ma ne ko soo mënutee toppatoo office bi wax ma ko ma génne la si office bi ma def fa keneen. Su ma ñëwee ma fekk frig bi mu ngi ko taal dara nekk fa ma ne ko fay ko. So let us pay attention to certain things. And the other thing that I want to say is canceling things. Nga war a ñëw office nga ne suma kër tey suma yaay moo ma wax bu ma ñëw sa yaay bu la wax bul ñëw indicatal sa yaay lii is a lesson or is a training bu ma attend su ma ñëwutee suma morom yi ñu ngi ñëw at Gambian Talents it will never fail because ñu ngi ko structure even Fatou I think few weeks ago gisu leen ma 4 days ñëwuma liggéey office bi mu ngi doon dem mun na dem very fine tey su ma toogee ma resign or ma bàyyi dafa dem dafa dem so any of you that feel that you cannot be part of here if you go other people come and other people will be very willing videographers yi I am appealing maa ngi si suma ron tànkay camera is not all about Canon and naka lañ ko dee waxee only the Canon some of you is only Canon ngeen xam because the big 4K we will not give it to you 4K baa ngi nii charger bi dafa yaaxu ay da yow yaa dee nekk si studio bi dafa yaaxu beneen bi den riiral charger bi until this minute mununta am kenn ku ñu indil charger sañang si suba mu ngi am ku seen loolu Mr. Joof ku su gisee nit kuy ñëw mu mun ñu koo indil so some of us are here yow bugguloo def anything nga fa ne yow ñun dinañ la jox naka la sun 4K yi o sun lii déema kurbali ñaata caméra yu ees ñoo ñëw ñaari caméra yu ees yu mag yu yeneen media house di use ñu ngi fii kan lañ koo jox mu use Musa ngeen a gis mu use ko Sanya ngeen a gis mu use ko Aissatou Diallo ngeen a gis mu use ko maybe few people ngeen a gis ñu start di ko use nga ne waa man maa ngi fi kenn joxut ma na manager si suñu dee dem nekk si diggi fil bi di hustle di struggle nda yow danga fa dee nekk seena bu mu ngi nii dama ko dee ooyee second hand bés boobu bu ñu demee si naka la Gina Bass Aida mu ngi film seena bu mu ngi def nii Aida di tiin digi Aida bi di ko tii ba mu dëgër ma dem ma ne ko seena bu bàyyi bi ko yow sa yaram bi du dee neex mu ne déedéet bàyyi man ma jàppale Aida some of you are here videographers ñoom ñoo waroon a nekk si fil bi ak Aida su struggle loolu nga struggle ko ak moom some of yéen a ngi nii manager si ñu ngi nga ne manager bi dama bokk ak moom koñ o dama bokk ak moom dëkka o dama bokk ak moom yaay o dama bokk ak moom baaja léegi ma dama bëgg a ñëw join programme nga ñëw join programme yow manager bi lu moo sacrifice yow doo ko sacrifice ba pare yow nga bëgg a nekk manager du mun a am management bi yëpp suñ ko dee ini Moussa buñ ko ini on board Moussa nekk moom kenn moo fi nekk moom Binta Cissé la ñoom naka la kii tudda Hadi Sow and few other people ñoom ñoo fi nekk but until this minute all of those people left Moussa is still here Mr. Diouf musuta toog mu oo ko ne daf koo address o daf koo wat ndax Moussa daf dee am everything lu ko neex si office bi du ko dee am man sam dana ma dee ñëw ma wax Moussa dara xit na neexut ko sax waaye doo gis mu ñëw mu ne la lii bugguma ko or whatsoever da nga gis mu ñëw ñu waxtaan noo te yaa ngi def lii de lii baaxut or whatsoever and I can play voice message that Musa will send me and give me feedbacks man suma boppa Musa mu def lu wrong dama dee rus ku ma wax ko su ma ñëwee ne ko oncle Mr. Musa nag ëllëg foog loo ñu def ABOC nii xalaate dafa neex su lu nekk but some of yéen even ñu su la dee neexa ma gis ngeen a ngeen stress seen kanam fii kenn daaw fi stress kenn we can all be stress but ñun ñëpp a ngi am good relationship let's stop that jigéen ñi nag laay waxal bii jigéen ñi ñoo ko moom góor yi moom lu ñoo def si gannaaw ak fu ñu koy waxee I don't know but I know every wax bu nit wax outside soo leen paree daf dee ñëw tooxawaat suma noppa bii dafa dee tooxa bi ko Gambie dafa tuuti some of you guys were talking in a car di dem yéen a ngi joo office bi and whatsoever the audio is recorded sent not to me but to Mr. Joof soo amee lu la naxari wax ko non man nu ma sibee manager bi lii soo ñëwee si manager boobu si maa la ko bam dee what is that and the other thing is nobody own a show biir Gambia is here for everybody to learn if you feel like biir Gambia you want to be part of it da nga war a dem nga seen ñeneen ni nga ko defee nga xool ko waaye doo mun a toog rek tey nga ne waaw tey biir Gambia dama bëgg a join non foog nga stay afternoon ñiti di def biir Gambia nga xool nu nga koo defee nga gis guys seen analysis and everything then yow nga adopt to loolu but nga toog nga am carefree attitude you're doing it for yourself you're not doing it for anybody and I say it even if man awma camera passé man I film for myself I do everything ma set up suma camera ba pare jël suma sling studio iPad bi teg ko ni benn camera bi laal ma full shot benn bi laal ma half shot ma koy indi ma nekk live di ko def yëpp by myself I can do that but dafa metti moo tax ñun ñëpp den am ku def certain things Last week I was I'm talking to somebody kooku ne gëj naa laa gis biir Gambia waaye sax xale yi def biir Gambia ñu mun neen biir Gambia ma toog ma dégg gaay ñu ngi maa ju xaw ma kenn moo doon laaka French kii mu ngi Seynabou o Maria mu ngi wax ne waaye Fat Samba sax xam naa ne lii mënu koo laaka o whatsoever it's nice feeling nen amante xol bu rafet ñun ñëpp ñu dem. The other thing that I want to say is whenever you do your project, make sure yàlla soo ñëwee su dee tey defuloo ko ëllëg nga ne kenn edital ma ko nga taxaw si booram. Aida Kebe started with journalists. Aida videograph naka la started with videograph journalism la doon def mooy woon suñ main reporter tey stop na everything video naka la journalist mu ngi def videographer mu ngi edit. Some of yéen Moussa dama ko di gis mu nekk si studio bi 10 hours moom kese mu ngi toog foofu du ma dee gis kenn ku toog si booram. soo paree nga dem toog rek jël benn projet bu ndaw nga edit ban media house ngay dem nga def loolu ban media house. Some of yéen soo leen bàyyee fii ngeen yóbbu seen video nga ne beneen media house ngeen dem ku media house boobu noonu ñu jël la from the camera quality from the audio quality nobody will take you. Nobody will take you. Instead they would do just like how others do me jël suma document si saani ko when I was starting mu laa naxari te doo si mun dara because soo leen naa dem sa caméra passing bi nga war a àndal yaa ngi war a àndal xasaale ñu dem yow xamuloo na xasaale dugalal na la mic ndax xasaale mun na use caméra boobu ndax xasaale understand na resolution bi ndax understand na ne naka la half body shot la war a jël ndax full body shot ndax whatsoever. Some of yéen yéen a ngi def show ba léegi yéen a ngi use mics like this and I film somebody at GRTS koo xam ne mu ngi use cable mic. Some of yéen tey su ma leen woowoon yóbbu cable mic nga jël sa kanam bi nga stress ko déema kurbali where you the one helping me kuma seet mic si am na yoo xam ne dafa manqué ndax manqué wut jaay seen buumi dañ ko génne bi dugalun ko Baboucar dama am ku wax ko ne yeneen mic si mu delloo waatal ma ko si biir because people yun am fii pare wuñ ko def quality work ñu jox la mic nga ñëw buum bi benn buum su réeree nothing do work. Right now su waroon a dem si Gina Bass duñ doon mun a dem because waya bu ñuy use di connect bu nekk si studio bi dañ ko def according to what Musa says nekko di dem dafa nekk di maas Mr. Joof su yónnee wutee benn waya boobu doole mun a dem live. How many of us know that? Xooleen xale bu jigéen bi mu ngi liggéey GRTS. Look at this waya bu gudda la amee right téyit wireless and doo ko gis mu video mu mer mu wane ne da ngeen ma jox a waya mic here it is waya mic lam nekk di téye waya mic mu ngi def sanse mbamba mu ngi téye waya mic di wane suma boos moo téye waya mic man téyuma waya mic o kii moo amee canon mic o kele moo amee lele o kele moo amee lele yooyu yëpp si ñàkk bilit si sa bopp la. Whenever maa ngi war a ànd ak Musa laajte ko mu ngi noonu si biir dama ne Uncle Mr. Musa on est normal de Musa laa ko de ooye Uncle Mr. Musa xam nga ne ma bëgg ñu use 4K bi understand nga nen def nii nen def soo paree sa jàngal ma or whatsoever but some of yéen da ngeen a war a dem programme sa ngeen dem toog fële ne you don't care ko leen ko def Fatou turam war a éega but fa de moom mu ngi bëgg a gën a dem si kaw man sometimes I look at people ñu ne ma dang dee try dama dee wane man duma dee try duma dee def dara because saay bu ma ñëwee démba bu ñoo dem KMC si ministry bi ba si biir KMC Mr. Joof mu ngi wax si suma noppay office bi defuloo lii ñiti defal loo leen lii defal loo leen leen maa ngi soona rek te man saay bu ma ñëwee fii 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock ma ñëw si office bi duma fi fekk kenn man ma war a génn dem ma doog a gis nit mu ñëw naka laa traîner bi ma doon dem KMC démba kan laa fi fekk Fatou Camara Fatou Sanyang démba yow laa bàyyi office bi na bàyyiwu ma la office bi benn journaliste da fi nekk bu ma mënoon a àndal déedéet ana journaliste sama fi yéen ban media house ngeen naa liggéey ngeen ne da ngeen naa dem liggéey 10 fan ngeen naa liggéey ngeen ne da ngeen naa dem liggéey 10 sama fi yéen ngeen maa wax man maa ngi dëkk Burfoot ñii di ma wax maa ngi dëkk Bijilo ñii di ma wax maa ngi dëkk Birkama te maa ngi gis Sheriff Konte mu ngi dëkk all the way Birkama te every other day su waree ñëw fii 8 o'clock or 9 dama ko fi dee gis te 10 mooy time am Musa Costa Road la dëkk si biir musuta am bés boo xam ne man gis naa Musa mu leet man musuma koo gis su waree leet sa like démba dafa war a ñëw parce que 10 leen waroon a dem balaa 10 egsi na but 9 laa ko wane ne ñu egsi daf ma call Fatou moto moo amul de mu ngi naxaree am de maa ngi bugg a ñëw de waaye fu nekk maa ngi ni taboo koto and he communicated direct with me balaa muy ñëw man paak naa te man journalist la nekk ma videographer but some of yéen will you do that some of yéen studio bi sa doo leen fa duga te ñun ñoo daan wax loolu noonu studio bi du ndee bëgg a ñiti dugga fi fii laa dee jël bunta bi ma tëj ko ma taxaw si biti ma gis ñiti ñu ngee jóo ma dégg si suma baat si suma noppa does it make sense I give you guys time ngeen am seen collègue ngeen laajte la ñi liggéey si yeneen media house I was just talking to Babukar C of QTV dama ko call many times uyuwut and here it is dama ko call many times uyu ma call ko messenger mu callati ma back I was talking to him right now bi ma ko callee mi ne dafa busy moo tax mënutoon a pick suma call but some of us are here su nit ne la tiw nga ne ko taw because you don't have anything to do that is the hard fact yesterday kurbali mu ngi fi si ngoon bi ñun ñoo génnee mic si ñun ñoo nekk di test nekk di def certain things I tell you you don't work in any perfect media house amut but kenn si yéen du dem nga ne yaa ngi liggéey anywhere yow demuloo ñun bu ñoo liggéey government imaginal ñiti di wane government salary bi is poor 1,500 1,800 that was what we were paid I grade 5 grade 8 2,500 that was what we were paid te every other day man suma former boss every day I use her as a sample 7:30 fekk na ko office 7 o'clock génn na office am naka génn na këram but some of us are here do they even care
Okay.
man dama daan daw dem uti ji leave so you are here wax bi daf dee bari meeting du dee gis much active so try leen by all means soo leen ñëwee Musa mu ngi si biir demal nga xool Musa lu moo def especially videographers sometimes dañ dee toog fii tey soo xoolee all the people that are
Okay.
here videographers raise your hands up
Okay, Fatou.
only 3 videographers leen fi am 3 videographers yooyu kan moo mun a dem live using the yard stream moom kese without Musa or Aida or anybody duñ ko am yesterday I wanted some people ñu ngi dem live on YouTube kenn bu dem live on Facebook at the end of the day ki fi nekk bu ma ko laajte ku mu dem
Okay,
yard
hurry up.
stream man nga wax mu ne munuma ko Mr. Joof la am ku call all the way in America ku moom mu demal ñu yard stream doesn't make sense
Thank you.
even young journalists can do that engage leen seen boppa be part of us man journalist 100% la but dama di film dama di edit
Thank
so
you.
I am appealing Mr. Joof, the issue of if you compare, I want you to emphasize on it because it's getting out of hand. And man, honestly, I am getting sick because of it. Because if people are coming to tell me, "Yangi buy it, mu them state house," or "Yangi buy liman suma program," Wednesday meeting is compulsory and it's important and it's mandatory. Anybody we take off from the Wednesday meeting is as a result of we don't have choice. Thank you. And if Lamin Sise was here and also Ida Kebe was here, that meeting, I said today will not go and attend it. Kurubal.
Good afternoon. It's Kulbali who is speaking. What about the mic yesterday, KMC? By the time I arrived there, I can say it's only Gambian Talent TV is using the wireless mic. All those medias are using this cable. And there, by the time I reached, Musa told me that go to the camera and stand there. You wait me, I'm coming. I have stand there. I can say more than 30 minutes. But I'm the one who is filming. And I even surprised. I never take the big camera. I never use it. But I was using, and those people are asking me. There is a one boy, his name is Alaji Segu. He was asking me, "Are you a camera woman?" I tell him, "No, I'm not a camera woman. I'm a journalist, but I can do it." He is surprised to me. He said, "Gambian Talayan, and that was a big experience to me. What I have to emphasize you guys, I want you guys to uh through your your intensive training, don't depend only one thing. You are a journalist and try and do you try and do like camera filming, yes, editing, so many things like that. So that if you go out anytime, you will not feel bad, or you will not feel stuck on something to like else. If at all for me yesterday, I was not observing like the way these guys use the way these guys using their cameras and the way they are working. It will be difficult on me. So that is a big thing, and always we have to improve ourselves every day from one level to another level. It will be help us. Thank you.
Thank you, Kurbali. Very
Yes, I can
important.
study.
Uh-huh.
Fatou lum doon wax fii man maa ko laajte because every Monday laa dee am suma show bi ak Kenu Ñame so unfortunately Monday bi suma guest bi daf ma fail so because maa ngi train nit mooy Fatmata Camara mina ma ne ko ne konka Alquran fenko haka boyndu kanale ma ne ko ñu try ñu am nit about it mina ma ok dinaa uti nit so silam uti nit mu wax ma ko démba si guddi mu call ma wax ma ne ko waa baax na foog ma communicate ak Fat Sama because tomorrow is Wednesday meeting mina ma waa baax na mina ma anything nga alaat ma ne ko ok si laa ko call ma ne ko ne voice naa Fatou waaye Fatou dafa wax ne ñun yëpp ñu attend meeting bi after meeting bi ñu dem tey soo gisee ma ñëw ma laajte Fatou man musuma dem ma waxaa Mr Joof ma nekk di joo wala ma ne ko ne gars yi dañ ma def lii wala lili musuma koo def Mr Joof mi ngi ni live bu dee man la ñoo wax ne man may naafexa bi dama dee dem si Mr Joof woo ko dara si ron musuma koo def te musuma call Mr Joof ma woo ko personal issue su nekkul liggéey bi soo gisee ma ne Fatou Sama jox ma waaye ma waxaa Mr Joof dafa bokk ak liggéey bi man moo tax ma di la call understand moo tax tey man dama ñëw ma ne ko Fatou mi ne naam ma ne ko xam nga lu ma jaaxle mi ne ma waa ma ne ko dama dee gis ne ñeneen yi su ñoo dem meeting su ñoo dem bu dee meeting mi ngi am ñeneen yi dañ dee dem coverage ñeneen yi duñ dee dem coverage wax ma in a simple way lii ak lii moo tax nit yi di dem moo tax yow mënuloo dem man lu tax may compare suma bopp with others man xam naa ne man du ma mën a compare fii with any other person because ñun yëpp benn leen suñ paree ñun ñoo dee toog ñu waxtaan suñ paree ñun ñooy def lu nekka man duma mën a toog fii ba pare may wax ne damaa compare suma bopp with any other person wala damaa wax ne suma show bi dama koo am by force man su ma dee by force la konoon déema man duma kool Fatou di ko wala di yoolu fii ma dem ma paak bagage dem soo gisee ma génn fii xamal ne management ñoo ma ne demal fii nii suma show bi musuma koo def te communicate ma musuma dem fenn wax ma ko Fatou waaye tey man dama ko oot si biir man ko Fatou man dama ko laajte rek sax na ma wax ne rek simple lii ak lii moo tax waaye rek mu mer waaw lii dafa yaaga complain bi dafa yaaga nii na le man maa ngi dem si Mr Joof ma wax ko nit yëpp dégg ko ma ne ko waa ñu dem nga wax ko Mr Joof man nekkut ne naa fi xalaa wala man maa dee wax dara Mr Joof mi ngi nii on live
Kadi
Mr Joof mi ngi nii on live man duma wax dara lu nga xam ne si ron laa ko waxee duma wax
okay
dara lu nga xam ne si ron laa ko waxee
okay thank you Kadi
Mr. Joof,
I let me say this Fatu,
okay.
we have addressed this before. I'm not gonna give you any chance to talk about it. We have talked about it before.
But what I'm saying
We
is,
have we have talked about it. We have talked about it. Okay, can you guys hear me?
yes we are
Okay, this is I just said this to Fatu right before Fatu. I am not calling Musa in, and I would like you to stop it. I'm not giving Musa the mic to say anything. Right? Right before the meeting, I said that to Fatu. Right before the meeting. Just yesterday, I had several conversations with different interns. And one of the issues that came up is the idea of management not supporting them with the projects that they want. I just addressed that with Ida and them in Dakar before I talked to you guys. And when I came to talk to Fatu, I said the same thing to her. I said some of the interns believe that when they have projects and they get very excited, they come and we kill their dream. So, Kadi, feke mola sibole. Feke mola sibole. I said that to her. And it's something that I mean, that I would want her, and I'm not negotiating it, her and all the managers to support you guys with. However, they also have a point sometimes that people will make initiatives or come up with ideas, and when efforts are made to support them, they really end up not delivering. Or do mujhe make sense? They would not do something that would add any value or muneka a waste of time. These are things that happen, and we have to find a common ground of addressing them. It's very important that we are on the same page with everything. And we understand that this is an institution and things need to be done and done as an institution. Some of the things that people are taught, if followed, most, if not all, swinging kotope, it will only make you better people. So this is not a competition. This is not management versus staff. I've said it at the beginning of my conversation. Nah, we are not witch hunting anyone. It's not a witch hunt. It's not a moment put watch can, not put daha can, put nyaka create conducive environment. So I still emphasize to management that I would want them to not kill the dream or vision of anyone. I take every feedback serious. Every single feedback, I take it serious. That management should support everybody who has a project. And we try until the idea cannot materialize, then you don't give up. But it never hurts to try. And that's what I want to say about that. However, I also want to remind all the interns that input determines output, as we always say. And this is not specific to you, Kadi. It's not specific to Fat Samba. And even Fatu's reaction to you, I can tell you, might be triggered by what I said to her earlier, because I just said something similar. And then less than an hour later, you brought something similar. Whether you mean it or you are joking, I wasn't joking with my feedback, and I am still not joking about it because it came to my attention. I have moments in which interns, without mentioning names, would tell me, Mr. Joof, please ñaanal ñu faatu pour mu bàyyi ñu ñu dem def A, B and C, o ñaanal ñu management pour ñu allow ñu ñu def lii ak lii ak lii. It's not who is easier. We should all be able to communicate and communicate well. Last week, when we had the meeting and some of you raised a concern, I called the managers in and I said, Ken do fi yaay ken do fi papi ken. Lolo am na nda amut. Yes. So at the end of the day, like I said, we are trying to change things, and the way things are done in the institution should be changed and changed for good. It doesn't matter who it is. Things that are said about staff, I would want staff and management to consider. Things that are said about the interns, I would want us to consider. Surtout if it is possible, that would add value. At the end of the day, it's not about an individual, it's about the institution, and the institution should stay, regardless of who. So, thank you very much to the management. I'll just open the floor to the rest of you who have something to say. If not, we'll wrap up the meeting. Like I said, there are a lot of things that
Mr.
need to be
Youth,
done, and much more of them need put
Mr.
together.
Youth,
Uh-huh.
I don't think you have addressed the issue. I have no problem with anybody going for any coverage, but for the Wednesday meeting, for people to arrange all their appointments at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock so that they can go there. That's what I said. I have no problem with anybody. All of you, if you come out with your
So
own project without
you have
no,
said it, Fatu, and
no,
you
but I
were
didn't hear
very
you say it. Maybe if you say it, that's the time they would know that that is from you,
no.
not
It
from
is
me.
clear enough. You have said it, and it's clear enough. I said it's mandatory. You've made reference to our weekly meeting, our Tuesday meeting, and how important it is. The Ken Warut Ko Ken. It's moment that you will learn. It's important, and that's why we make it mandatory. Those who miss it to watch it, but it's important that people attend it live. It cannot be overemphasized. You see, I'm very tired, and it's and spend a lot of energy. I cannot be spending energy babysitting anybody anymore. What is right, and everybody needs to do it and do it right, and we proceed. And that's what it is. I don't have to emphasize it in any extra way, shape, or form. Wednesday is meeting. It's a valuable time that we will be able to share ideas. It's not to witch hunt anybody. It's not the time to discourage anybody or to kill anybody's spirit, but for all of us to continue and do the right thing. And as simple as that. So I don't have to go any further on it. Any question, comments, concerns? Tension is something that I would want to discourage, and it doesn't matter who brings it. Positive energy is important. We need to be focused and do things the right way. We can have conversations without yelling or screaming or raising our voices or calling each other names for whatever reason. We have to not have tension here. We should be able to be mature, civilized, and work together as partners, work together as teammates, work together as colleagues who have a similar vision. So tension is not okay. And ñun Gambians, si fain nit ekati would voice am rek, we don't take it to be serious. And it's one thing that we must graduate from. We should not be raising our voices. Ekati is a bad be. Dur dena, sagande, haste. It's not the solution to anything. We should be able to address things because they are the right thing. So I don't have to yell or scream. Fatu doesn't have to yell or scream. Either Isa Tujalo Musa or any of us don't have to yell or scream for people to understand what we are saying is the right thing to do. And equally the same thing with all of you. None of you has to yell for your points to be put across or to be respected. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
Any comment, question, or concerns from intern staff? Any question, comment, or concern? Or you will make best use of the
Please,
suggestion?
if you have concern, say it here because sometimes I will be going out or I will be busy on my day and people want to bring concern. So say your concerns here so that we will answer it. If not, you will come and think that Father do not want to hear from me because I'll be very busy. If you cannot come here, meet me inside of everybody. Once I go out, that is what always happens. I am out talking to Musa or anybody. The next minute, somebody come. What they look at me, look at Lily, say it in the meeting so that we all be on the same page.
Okay, my concern is about food. We normal place our phones on top of the table there. But some people when they came, they find phones are there. They take their phones and place it on top of our phones, and the phones are not the same size. And sometimes some people their phones have these covers. You know that if you place it on top of the other phone, you can scratch the screen. Yes. Yes. And again, this phones, some people they have this quality phones and iPhones and other phones like this. If you place it, uh 15 minutes, 30 minutes later, it start hot. You see the phone is very hot. And that can may spoil the other phone screen. So let us stop that. Last time I find someone placed her phone on top of my phone. I take my phone, I find my phone is very hot. Then I take the phone outside and place it there. So that is very bad. If you come, the table is big. Place your phone aside.
Ñu ne nga indi baga mu dem couvrir yow yaa ngi attend meeting bi right kay toog si meeting can we respect this meeting for once? I think when we are in our own personal meeting, staff meeting, sometimes didn't I come out, I tell you, please don't come to our meeting because Mr. You want me to sit down. So please, when you are doing certain things, make sure you respect your work. If people talk, enough on the bottom, the complain or whatsoever, fake and you make decision. The next minute you are not part of it. Go ahead, Aisha.
Any other suggestion, comment?
I think it's important. We will tell Babukar to take note. So all of us, whenever we go there, the table is big. Kuneka na take telephone am side. But so take a telephone, take okay and telephone am, it might get spoiled. So let us pay attention to that because everybody's phone is not the same. Any order, if we don't have, let everybody say what they have learned and then we do it.
Yes. Any other suggestion, comment, or concern? If none, then Hazari, one thing that you have learned from the meeting, you pass the mic on.
Okay.
And if I have you address the issue of people copying on full flag drive, I need updates.
Okay. Good morning to or Good morning, good afternoon to everyone. I'm Hazali Jara. One of the things that I learned is about is that what Mr. Jeff has said. As an individual, whatever you learn should reflect on you. Yeah, thank you.
What I have learned is that people should look at our attitudes. No, I don't have any suggestion. Yeah, for now. It's okay for now, Aisha. Yeah. Huh?
Go on. We didn't get anything that you said.
Aisha, I have already said everything. I said people should look at our attitudes. That's what was said. Yeah. Give it a box again. Well, good afternoon, Mr. Joof. What I've learned is you told us that we should learn skills and different skills that will help us in future, and I think that is very important. And also, as a journalist, I think you should be very observant. Sometimes when we are doing meeting, Fatsama, you and Aisha do emphasize that. Yesterday when I went home, yesterday I didn't came here. I went to school actually, but after closing from school, when I went home, when I saw the atmosphere at Busumbala, I know that something is wrong here or something has happened already. So, as a journalist, I did my verification. I do all the necessary things that I should do. So, I landed. Um, One of the NPP member just wanted to save to like a UDP, want to go to join YUDP. So I did my verification, and when I went there, I confronted her. We talked, and she was like, she's not officially a member yet, but Friday will be her lunch and all the stuff. I as a journalist, I think it is newsworthy. So then I talked to her. Then after talking to her, I called Fatsamba and explained everything to Fatsamba, and Fatsamba said, "Okay." Fatsamba asked me the venue, but I forgot, and I told her that I will go there again or call the person and ask her, and after I will give you the feedback. And Fatsamba today, before coming here, I went there, and she told me that it will be there at Manjai UDP Bureau Manjai. The venue will be at that place. She told me two onwards.
Sorry, and what did I say to you when you called me? Give her the mic. When you announced that to me,
Oh, I forget what you told me, but
I said for you, if you had to cover it, we go with you.
yes, because you know it's she's a Mandinka and you cannot speak Mandinka. Yeah, you told me that.
And what did you say? You said somebody said what, and I said even though I want you to do the interview.
Yeah, Sabali told me that when I introduced myself to him, he told me that okay, I know Fat Samba, and he said he will be very happy if you go there and cover the program. That's what he said, and he told me to extend his greeting to you.
And you know, if she was part of the people that went to the road to Ndewena, she will hear Sabali said, Operation Bring Back Your Sisters. Who remember that? You remember that? Somebody said he have three of her sisters, three or two. All of them are in another party, but he would bring all of them to UDP, and that is Operation Bring Your Sisters. So when you call me to say that to me, in as much as Sabali want me to cover, I cannot speak Mandinka. I might not have anything to go and do there. But because she bring the idea to me, I said no problem. Make sure you find out so that we can go and cover that. So in case you know anything, come to us and you tell us. But if you don't tell us, we will not know. Thank you, Farmada.
Well, good afternoon, Mr. Joof. Well, dama amoon lu ma bëgg a wax comme biir Gambia show because gis nañ ne fu mu nekk nii ñu bari different nit ñoo ko dee def ba pare su mu paree show bi ku nekk ba téye baag taxaw si biti doo ñoo dimbale caméraman mu paak te show bi caméraman ne ko caméraman kese ma ko def yow sa bopp def nga show bi foog naa ne soo paree show bi war ngaa dimbale caméraman mu paak su mu paree ku nekk ñi waaye sometimes nga gis ne ku def show bi ba pare téye bagam taxaw si biti di xaar naa la gaawal gaawal te du la dimbale foog naa ñu dimbalante moo gën.
I think that's the important. No, wait. I think that's the important point. Can I say this, Ida? It's not obligatory for any journalist to help a camera person, and I want it to be clear to every videographer. Journalist, bu moo def research, cameraman daf ko dee dimbale. Are you getting my point? Because dañ dee toog whole day loo war a read yëpp like man sometimes Mr. Diouf mu laa jox question nga war a spell it sax doo dee xam noo ko dee spellee nga war a def so cameraman bi journalist bi war a koo dimbale loolu nekkul obligatory like nekkul by force but tamit yaaxut dara ku nga téyel cameraman bi tripod moom kenn mu bugg a téye balaa muy egga si programme dafa soona so su dee biir Gambia bi la loolu dama ko dee all the time emphasize the issue of parking man personally duma dee bugga journalist mu park because bagage bu nekk dafa am fu mu dee nekk si office bi soo seetee si studio bi every day fanaa mana Musa right now am nañ issue boobu noonu 3 wayat mu ngi yaaxu waaye still ñu ngi ko fa bàyyi ndax nit ñëw na mu ne Fatou ne waya bi yaaxu na dañ nit ko jëna beneen ba su nekkee caméra journalist bi mooy park rek dafa park mu dem caméraman bi yow loolu sa responsibility la soo demee nga xool State House ñoom sool ñu dee nataal doo dee musa gis Ami Bojang mu téye nataal doo dee musa gis Ami Bojang mu direct la mu ne déedéet bul nataal yi nataalal lele so the same thing applies journalist videographer liggéey bi sa liggéey la bañuma nag su programme bi pare caméra wu naka journalist bi like man suma àndee benn videographer tripod sax duma dee xaar nga def ko démba KMC buñ dem man maa dem teg mic man maa setobal Musa live bi waaye moom mu nekk si caméra bi dafa def liggéey bi mu gën a gaaw so yow caméraman bi su la journaliste bi nekk di la wax na gaaw waaye journaliste bi demal man maa ngi ñëw maa ngi liggéey toogu moom journaliste bi su fa toogee te toogu bi dañ ko war a génne oo table bi moom mun na laa dimbale mu yóbbu ko ba pare yëpp wax bu rafet la some of us ñun dañ dee liggéey journaliste bi pare na sax nga ne kooku xanaa yow doo yóbbu toogu bi xanaa yow doo def lii non waaw kooku ay sa jàll yow sa kanam mi doo kaba daggi jëlal toogu bi nga yóbbul ma ko su ko fee ñu ànd ñu waxtaanaal loolu dafa tax nit ki mu sawar waaye obligation bi nekkul ku journaliste because sometimes ñu dañ dee find out loolu all the time caméra si yëpp xasaale yow dang dee def loolu na doo ko dee gis batterie si yëpp mu am loo batterie nga war a génn ku dem programme ñu ne la caméra bi benn amul charge caméra bu man I want you to answer that question because lan journalist bi su ñëwee ngeen dugal batterie bu jeex bi yëpp nga dugal ko si the same bag bi nga xam ne mu nga amee yeneen caméra yoo xam ne jeexut soo ñëwee naka nga xam ne nga war a dugal batterie bi ku nga check ko o doo ko check so Aida boobu is a good point but bugga naa yéen videographer si tamit ngeen loose gis nga liggéey loose la soo xoolee man suma diggante ak Musa you see sweetness su ma demee maa ngi lii ak Musa fan yii rek moom ak Aida ñu ngi maa jóone man dama bugga image bu over expose gars yi dañ dee defar caméra bi ba gars yi fil ne loolu moo nekk dina cola kola ma jóg si live video bi ma dem ma yokka ko suñ paree gars ñu ne yokkati na ko de ba su ma paree xam naa lu nekk si office bi su fi Musa nekkute o Aida nekku man xam naa lu nekk fu moo nekk waaye yow soo bëggee journaliste bi mu dimbale la am na journaliste yoo xam ne fay caméra sax xamuñ ko I think tey ñu ngi toog ñu ngi gis Baboucarr ñu ngi ko wax yëfi mic bi lii bi fu mu ne nekk may ko fay naa la 500 soo ko munut ko so yow cameraman bi da nga jàngal nit ki loolu noonu so please let's make sure we pay attention to that okay Aida so neexalante leen nag gaay ngan wax leen tripod bi last time Aïssatou Touré dem na coverage moom ak Kadi Touré ñu dem ba KMC tripod bi dañ ko yaaxa am na amut some of you yéen a ngi woon si office bi dañ ko yaaxa as a result of what kii dugal tripod xamul ni nga ko dugalee kuy fix tripod xamul ni nga ko fixé so there are certain bagage yoo xam ne warloo ko nangu bagage yu nekk si biti yi ngeen gis si US $40,000 laa fay ku ñu jël ko $40,000 and Mr. Joof is on the line $40,000 ku indi bagage yi mënut a jeex maa ngi delluwaat ku dem jëli ji suñu bagage so some of us are here duñ dee xam bagage nu mu dee jar sometimes nga ne journalist ne fayal ma télé bi am na télé yoo xam ne 110 la soo ko connecté si 220 volts dafa yaaxu te suma soo ko waree jox benn télé boo xam ne dafa lakka 1500 just ku flat screen ku mu seet ko not ku mu defar ko so some of yéen yéen a ngi fi yéen a ngi bugg a seen collègue ñibi na ñiti ñibi man ñiti dañ dee ñibi ñu bàyyi ma fii si office bi ma nekk di paak di jeekali sañ ñeneen ni su ma dañoo ñibi ñu jël baak ñoom ñooy diri yanke yow nekkal kuy bugg a jànga man ma fi dee toog Aïssatou Diallo di ma man ñibbi naa ma bàyyi ko fi jekkaliwu cooyam dafa wane Fatou dafa ñibbi man dana maa ñibbi déedéet maybe time bu ma ñëw nekku time boobu la ñëw maybe give it to her if she has
What do you learn?
maybe she has something else that she wants to try.
Or do you have another
Yeah, the next thing is come. Yeah, come say what I need. Come every time. Come whole day nga nekk di wax comme sometimes man suma maasi dama dee confuse comme ni su nekk di wax comme benn yoon bi nga nekk di wax how many hours yaa nga nekk di wax comme sometimes ma dee confuse soo ñëwee nga ne ma ay defal lii nga ñëw nga ne ay defal lii soo ma suma maasi dama dee confuse kon naa soo waxee ni defal lii balaa nga ko waxaat mu jël some hours yooyu noonu because man suma maasi soo waxee lii soo waxaatee beneen dama dee confuse ba pare beneen bi mooy comme lu ma laan
so Aida fooguma ne kon yow pare nga ku liggéey soo paree ku liggéey kan moo ne dégg man ak Mr Diouf ñuy wax kan moo waaja si suuf mu fekk ma si biir moto bi yow kan laa doon wax
Mr Joof
mu ngi wax si suma noppa yi depuis bu maa génn suma kër 8 o'clock maa ngi génn suma kër ba ma ñëw fii kañ leen start meeting bi 10 o'clock bi ma ñëwee fii am na yeneen wax yoo xam ne it's dedicated si liggéey bi la because certain people are not doing right you will not say that naka la ki tudda Awa Caam di dégg loo xam ne ku Aïssatou Diallo la so Aida soo buggee liggéey ori gaa ñu ne ku bugg akara dangaa ñeme kaani liggéey bu nekk foog nit mu wax like I said are you fair to us man dama dee bugg a wax xanaa man duma dee soona man su ma demee suma kër su ma nelawee si suuf sa laa dee tëdd because dama dee soona and man suma boppa maa ngi start dama wax naa ko Mr Diouf and I said it I'm going to start looking at people like this and you said kan mooy feel and I don't want to do that Aïssatou Diallo léegi ni ñu ngi discuss loolu dama dee confuse sa kër ngay toog nga ne bu ma kenn waxal nga dugga sa cabinet de waaye as far as yaa ngi out ku nga liggéey imagine yow sa vidéo bi baaxul nga ne man dama dee confuse soo ma waxee bii wax ma bële mais man mii nekk on air Mr Diouf di ma direct my present ARP Bluetooth bi loo gisee man ma amee joori Bluetooth is as a result of communicating ak Mr Diouf my drive from office ba si tara maa ngi wax lii noo leen ko defee nekku ni yow dem leen si tara how many time maa ngi génn maa ngi wax ak Mr Diouf so Aida xaw ma beneen office de waaye ku bugg a nekk Gambian Talents you are here to take feedback you are here ku nit mu oo nit soo gisee man ma oo Musa because dama dee oo nit ku mu nekk suma weakness because am na yeneen yoo xam ne su ma ko waxee danga ne Fatou dama bugg a ku Fatou mu just naka la moom dafa just bugg a wax lii waaye su ma ko waxee te Musa moom am na experience ak lu Musa mu experience la si la moo gën a nekk si sa level waaye soo paree ku liggéey kon xam naa ne yow su ñoo dem yenn projects duñ la yóbbu because su ñoo dem yenn project especially projects yoo xam ne it's hard working project Aïssatou Koli ana Aïssatou Koli oyal ma ko please nga laajte ko si projet gi kii nii bi naka la kooku tudda Dr Ismaila Cissé ak Halifa Sallah seen debate bi more than 100 times ñu ngi génn suñ taawee fii Moussa mi ne dee foofu baaxut mic bi daf maraaj bi daf dee affect suñ mic bi duñ dee dégga ñu demati si biir ñu paagaat foofu no ñu jógaat ñu paak ñu jógaat ñu paak ñu jógaat liggéey bi yomb de some of yéen billahi doo leen dee ànd ak ñun production especially night production some of them are here Mariama daf dee dem night production Seynabou dem na Hazali dem na si projet gi naka la kii tudda Dr Ismaila ak Halifa Sallah ñaata yoon leen paak from fu ndikoon a start ku toog ku dem ak ñu demati fa ñaata yoon leen paak
No, it's 2 times. I think 2 or 3 times. You get moved to.
not only ñun ak ñoom Moussa
Well, ak ñoom Musa tamit.
Yeah.
Because after all, dañ bëggoon a am good internet connection tamit and as well as good images. So ñoom Musa ñu ngi woon si biir ñu ngi woon si biti nga gis ñu mën a def suñ analysis, but unfortunately because of fuñ nekkoon, so we decided to come where nit yi fuñ dee romba te loolu we know that it was not a very good spot waaye foofu lañ ko mujjee def.
biñ demee ku war a def interview bi si diggi interview bi di ma la dee stop ku ma indi ñett
Yeah, in several occasions, like dang ma dee stop.
dang dee wane Fatou dafa bari wax
No,
lan moo dee tax ma def loolu
well, because probably bu fekkee ne Dr. Ismaila Cissé la wala Halifa su ñoo ñëw because ñooñu they already ready to go on on one with one another. So duñ dee mun a am that much chance pour ñu taxaw or ñu toog ñu mun a waxal.
yaa ngi téye mic bi ma gis kenn muy romba nu ma dee def mic bi dama ko dee xëcca duma dee even wax ko ne baalal ma dama bugg a interview ki because su ma koy wax kooku mu ngi romba docteur Ismaila here moom mu ngi fa si diggi sit bi mu ngi jóg mu ngi force ku jóg ku dem and bu ne naa la te question den la wane ne duma mun a answer anything because su ma waxee dafa mel ne lu ma war a wax si biti biir loolu laay wax so some of you ñi nga xam ne yéen a ngi fi te bugg leen kenn ku leen jox feedback please stay home. How many times la dee ànd ak yow ñu ngi dem coverage Mr. Diouf daf dee nekk si line bi ak man di ma jox feedback or du dee nekk si line
bari na daf dee nekk di ko mu ne loo def baaxut so do it yeah several occasions.
Thank you Seynabou bés bu ñoo dem airport kan laa jox phone bi ko mu wax ak Mr. Diouf bi ko man maa ngi drive Mr. Diouf duñu wax mu laajte Aida ndax man ak yow defun resign Mr. Diouf duñu wane he is disappointed ne man ak yow defun resign ma ne ko man def naa resign biñ demee ba si airport bi waxut ma ma génn ma dem taxaw aside dafa bëgg a wax ak man am na ndax amul
depuis buñ fi jógee si office bi waa ba si airport bi after mu ne la dafa bëgg a waaye bala si biir moto bi Aida moo doon wax moom dangaa drive waa yaa ngi drive so buñ fa àggee tam mu ne la yu paaga sa dafa bëgg a wax yow.
So I want people ku ñu xam and this I am saying it ku bañ Fatou Sama mu jox la feedback stay home yow loolu it's not even helping you like I said am na yeneen offices yoo xam ne seen boss yi seen staff bi du ñu gisante seen boss yéen a ngi nekk fii ñun ñëpp ay ndaw leen waaye dama dee confuse dama dee lii sometimes man ma dee def liggéey balaa yow ay sa koli sometimes doo dee dem coverage ma ne la ne yow yaay dem the next minute ma ne la déedéet génnal bul demaat how many times have I done that to you and Mr. Diouf will say I said koli mënut a cover event boobu yow yaa mun a cover event boobu loolu daf dee am yaa ngi film bi baaxut ma jóg ma ajos loolu nga mer kon yow lan ngay jànga yow loolu su daagee at the end of the day man sax la ñiti di wane ne Fatou Sama mu ngi fa man I always want promotion every day suma salary bugga naa mu yokku Gambian Talents yéen soo leen bugutee dara man bugga naa thank you mun na koo jox mu jekkal
andi Fatou comme man waxuma ne comme nit bu ma waxal de but si studio bi bagage yi dem fa dee bari so nit su ñëwee man waxuma ne comme yow affaire wax si yow de nit mun naa dugg si biir studio bi with even intern staffs nit mun naa dugg si biir studio bi mu toome yaa ngi liggéey kooku mu ngi nekk di wax so dangaa confuse doo mun a xam bagage yi foog no it's not about nag danga bañ ni ñu wax de nit su ma wax doo dee xam ami di ba kera mu ko doon wax mu ne moom nit su ma liggéey nit su ma daf dee confuse
Mr. Diouf kuy liggéey ak moom laajteel Moussa baala ma kuli waa Moussa mu ñëw kuy liggéey ak Mr. Diouf every day he will give you feedback yaa ngi liggéey Mr. Diouf mu ngi wax si line bi ami di ba su ma loolu every day wax naa ko démb wax ma ami di ba mu bay confuse bi on ñi mu wax nga def nii man ma ne war a gën a taxa loolu man mi nga xam ne su ma génn kër laay call Mr. Diouf lan la ñoo def mu nekk di wadi ba ma egg si office bi su ma ñëwee si office bi sax dama toog nga gis awa ci am taxaw na fi kii taxaw na fi kii xaar ma fi kii xaar ma fi time boobu noonu Aïssatou Diallo ma
Can I say this?
and when we ask Aïssatou Diallo lu tax ngay jooy Aïssatou Diallo mi ne moom dafa confuse ñu ko bàyyi office bi moom kenn mu war a manage ma ne ko ñaaw now you are seeing ñun suñ liggéey si yow
Okay, let me say this, right? Right before this meeting, I told you guys I was on a phone conversation with the team in Dakar. I wasn't doing anything but giving them feedback. They have to brief me on what has happened, some of the challenges they have, successes. You see, for any institution to succeed, conversations must take place. And if you they will call me Mr. Feedback, Mr. Touch Base, and Mohamed Garmi will tell me Funtolo. Dafa ne ma wax la fuñ tollu ndax bëgguloo xaar be pour man nga call ma pour laaj ma. He will leave me a voice message and said, wow, patron, waaw gannaaw da nga bëgg a xam fuñ tollu ma ne ma wax la nangam ak nangam ak nangam. I cannot open this place, you invest all this money, equipment, you nekk fa millions of dollars is ñu toog di ko bàyyi noonu di ko seetaan. So feedback is a fundamental part of it. However, I will emphasize to all the managers to do their concerted effort, make a concerted effort to talk to people nicely and nicely and nicely. But then pour ñàkk a wax moom du am. As Fatou stated, it is part of the work. Ak ku bañ ñu wax rek na nga def things the right way. So buggee pour achieve success. If you want to be successful, if you want not to be talked to, do the right thing. Ni ko Olof Njaay di waxee lu def waxu lu ay di jàbbat. If you don't want it to be talked about, don't do it. If you do it right, it will be talked about in a positive way as we do here. If you not do it right, you will be addressed to fix it. Because if something is broken, we have to address it. So it's a learning process. Some of us may not be used to it, but as we grow older, these are some of the realities we need to learn. You could be younger. You could have had certain things done a certain way at your houses, at your family level, or you may have worked at other places where people don't care. Te loolu moo bari Gambia. Ku nekk def lu ko neex. Not at Gambian talents. We have to be able to talk and address situations and things that are going wrong. However, though, I am encouraging myself and all my managers to make sure that we are nice in the way we talk to staff and interns, because at the end of the day, it is very important. Ni ma ko waxee kenn du fi doomi kenn. So time is going and a lot of work need to be done. Um, how many people are left who haven't said something? Feel free to say all your concerns. The ones that we feel they are necessary to take action on, we will. But sometimes some of the concerns we are not able to do simply because it is out of what needs to be taken care of. So as I promise, I don't want the meetings to be long. I don't want them to be long, and we need to do make a concerted effort to improve on it so that it will be better. So next person.
Yes, my takeaway message is that we should be committed and be able to take up responsibilities.
Okay, salaamaaleykum monsieur Diouf Awa Sow la aman li ma amoon pour wax comme journaliste rek mooy comme bul wóolu sa bopp ba mu ëpp daal lépp loo am pour wax rek wala def war nga see diisoo ak ñi nga xam ne ñoo la jiitu ci métier bi daal. Yeah, for me, my takeaway is like we have to have patience and to have like respect for each other because the work is not easy. But if you have patience, maybe God will help.
Message is that we should be able to say whatever hurt us or whatever we feel that it is going wrong in the office. That we should try and talk about it in the meeting, or if we are shy or we cannot say it in front of people, we should write our opinions and put it in the opinion box. Thank you.
Good afternoon to you all. I mean, the little I want to say is let's try to willing to learn. Yeah, that's I don't know how much to say. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Ndax mi sa daga fo len ko nga try nga jinyo e.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum to everyone. I am Musa Dahaba. What I just want to say is about the communication. Communication is very important. If you are not in the office or you are outside there, even you are late or before coming, if you have some circumstances concerning about your arrival, you can try by all means to communicate with the managers or the guy on the duties. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Awacham. My takeaway message is that we should be always consistent. Thank you.
I am Mariam Bifaji.
my takeaway message is let's all respect ourselves and we all make sure that we attend Wednesday meetings.
Good afternoon to you all. My takeaway message is we need to learn more skills and with seriousness and consistency.
Good afternoon, everybody, and those who are watching us. What I've learned today is we should be commitments and we should be upgrading ourselves, not to be at the same level. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. We should be committed to whatever we are doing and also respect each other. We should and we should also communicate to each other very well, not in a harsh way. No, I'm not part of it. Message you. I said that. We are done.
Yes, thank you guys very much. Um, let's try our utmost best to make sure that we follow the things that we have said here. Let's see improvement, and you will see how it will add value for each and every one of you. So thank you very much for coming to the meeting. We can all go back to doing the things that we all promised to do. If we all agree on these things and we remind each other, let's get on it. We will all be friends. It's going to be challenging. We will have challenges, but it's going to be a work in progress forever. So thank you, everybody.
Okay, thank you.